guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of me playing through Kimochii Classroom, the demo, and let's just get straight into the video. I wonder what she's doing staring up at a tree. Part of me wants to walk up and ask, but I don't really know her at all. But curiosity gets the better of me, and I decide to approach her. Not entirely sure how to best start up a conversation, I just give a simple greeting once I'm within a few meters of her. Hey, you're Felicia, right? She glances at me for about half a second before focusing her attention back on the tree. Maybe I should just introduce myself. I know we haven't talked much, but I'm Simone, and we're both in the same class this year, class 201. She is so cold. That's crazy. She doesn't even look like she heard me. I try again. It seems like you're really focused on this tree. Is there something important about it to you? And still nothing. This is awkward. I follow her line of sight to try and see if there's something in particular that she's looking at. It just looks like a normal tree to me. I wonder what... Wait, what's that? Something's hanging from one of the branches. It looks like a school bag? I look back at Felicia and notice that she doesn't have any kind of bag with her. Hey, this might be a weird question, but is that bag up there yours? She glances at me again, but quickly goes back to staring at the tree. I think I might have seen a slight twitch of her eyebrows. Is that bag really... I don't know why, but kind of on an impulse, I set my bag down, walk over to the tree, and start climbing up it. I've been climbing trees since I was a kid, so this kind of thing is a simple task for me. I managed to climb up, grab the bag, and climb back down in just under a minute. Phew. Got it. As I walk back over to Felicia, I hold the bag out to her. Here you go. This is yours, right? Her face is still mostly expressionless, but I can tell that her eyes are a little wider than before. She looks slightly surprised. She still doesn't respond to me, but she quietly accepts the bag. I'd really like to know what caused her bag to end up high in a tree like that. Hey, so how did... But before I can finish what I'm saying, she nods her head slightly towards me before turning around and walking away. Oh, to the other side of the street. Damn, that was so awkward. I can see now why she has the reputation of being unapproachable. I decide to stay on this side of the street for the remainder of my walk to school. Once I arrive, I head straight inside to my classroom. As I head to my desk, I pass by where Felicia's sitting. And as usual, she doesn't look at me. What's not so usual, though, is that her expression is something other than emotionless. It still isn't obvious, but she almost looks upset. Felicia has her bag open on her lap, and she's looking through it in a slightly more urgent manner than if she were looking for a pencil or something. If I hadn't seen her this morning, I might have worked up the nerve to ask her about it. But thinking back to the painfully uncomfortable interaction earlier, I decide to leave her be. As I sit down at my desk, Anna greets me.
Hey, Simone.
Hey. I glance back over at Felicia. She's still looking through a bag. Also, I changed the volume settings, so if it sounds a little different, that's why.
Listen, sorry about last night.
Anna's sudden apology catches me off guard. I look back to her. Huh? What are you apologizing for?
About the whole incident with Chiko. Sorry if I made things awkward for you.
What are you talking about? Awkward? Maybe for a minute, but it's not a problem at all. Don't worry. She just likes to joke around. You know she'd never take things any farther than you or I were okay with. If you're worried about it, though, I can talk to Chi and let her know that...
No. It's okay.
I'm curious. What did she tell her? Like, it's so funny because I'm the person who voices Chi, but I don't know. I don't know what she said to her.
Sorry, I didn't mean to imply that I don't trust Chiko to... I mean, I was just worried that it might make things more of a pain for you to... But not to say that, like, Chiko is a pain or anything.
Excuse me! I'm just kidding. Anna.
I just started thinking, and then I got a little worried that...
Anna. She stops and looks at me. The worry on her face is obvious. You didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong, and nothing is going to change. I chuckle to myself thinking about it. She is always pushing us together. You and I both know she's never going to stop that. It's not anything new, just harmless fun. Oh, I don't know why I just tried doing hers.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Suddenly, I see a smile start to form on her face.
Yeah. What am I getting so worked up for? It was you that tried taking my cookies.
And she's back. We both laugh to ourselves. Anna sometimes gets like this over inconsequential things. She'll overthink to the point that she starts spiraling into wild assumptions that don't make much sense. Okay, relatable for real. Time to push through. Anna smirks at me.
No falling asleep today.
I smile and roll my eyes. Yeah. The teacher walks in and class starts. All right, everyone, today we'll continue where we left off. Open your books to page 248. The first few classes are boring as usual. I spend the time taking notes and occasionally answering questions. Math, for some reason, is unreasonably hard for me, but other subjects haven't ever given me too much issue. I wouldn't say my grades are stellar, but I can safely say they're above average. Unfortunately for me, though, that doesn't make the classes any less boring. After a couple of hours, lunch period finally arrives. I turn to Anna, but before I say anything, something on the other side of the classroom catches my eye. I see Felicia quickly put her things away, stand up, and leave the classroom. She still managed to do it with some manner of natural grace, but she seemed a little more rushed than usual. I wonder if it has something to do with what I saw her doing at her desk this morning? I look back at Anna. I'm gonna head down to the school store. I'll be back in a bit. No need to wait up on me, though, if you're hungry. She looks back and smirks.
All right. I think I might just take you up on that.
I laugh and then head out of the room. I look down the hallway both ways, but I don't see Felicia anywhere. I head downstairs to the first floor. This is normally the way I'd go to the school store, but that's not what I'm interested in today. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but my curiosity is getting the better of me right now. I scan the hallways again. Nothing. Where could she have gone so fast? Then I have an idea. I wonder if... I hurry back up the stairs. Something that Anna and I talked about yesterday rings in my mind. I make it back up to the second floor and keep going up. Don't tell me something bad's gonna happen. Unfortunately for me, once I reach the third floor, the stairs leading to where I want to go are on the other side of the building. Second years usually aren't allowed on the third floor unless it's for club activities. I'm betting on the fact that a lot of students are still moving to and from the school store, so the hallways are crowded. I keep my head down and just walk straight down the hallway, trying to look like I'm supposed to be here. My camera's dying so fast. It's around 2 bars. God dang it. Luckily, no one gives me any weird looks. Once I reach the stairwell, I head straight to the 4th floor. I'm careful not to look too suspicious as I head all the way up the stairs. Calling it a floor isn't really accurate, though. It's really just an entrance to the roof. And I'm definitely not allowed up here. I honestly don't even know what I'm doing right now. I barely know Felicia, and now I'm trying to find her because she seemed worried about something. This isn't looking good. Is it just because of what happened this morning? I exhale. Well, I've gone this far. I look at the door. There's no window, so I can't see what's outside. Normally, you need a key to open the door, but if somebody's already up here, I try the push bar. It's unlocked. Looks like my hunch might have been correct. I slowly open the door and peek outside. I'm worried. On the far side of the roof, I can see a figure standing, facing... Okay, no, she's okay. Facing away from me. I was right. It's Felicia. I scan the rest of the roof. Nobody else in sight, but seeing the roof firsthand, I can understand why you'd need permission to come up here. The thing that sticks out to me the most is a lack of guardrails. You could jump right off if you wanted. There's also several big AC condenser units scattered across the roof. This place definitely wasn't designed with the intention of anyone being up here casually. I look towards Felicia again. It looks like she's on the phone with someone. I can hear her talking, but I can't make out what she's saying. What am I even doing here? What's my end goal? Did I want to ask her directly what's going on? Did I want to eavesdrop? Was there even anything going on? Whatever it was none of my business. If there was ever a time to turn back, it was now. But my curiosity got me this far, and at this point, it was piqued. Without considering the consequences too heavily, I decide to try and get closer to where Felicia is standing. Oh my god, he's creepy. Crouching and keeping a close eye on her, I quickly make my way over to one of the condenser units and lean up behind it. I'm now probably around 20 meters away from her. I can feel my heart beating in my chest. Now that I'm closer, I can see her holding a phone up to her ear. It appears to be a simple flip phone. It isn't exactly unheard of for students our age to be using flip phones, but it's much more common for everyone to be using smartphones. And given Felicia's position as the daughter of the owner of a massive corporation, I would expect her to be using one as well. I realize that my interactions with Felicia up to this point have been so few and far between that I have no idea what kind of phone she uses, or if I've even seen her using one at school. I put those thoughts aside for now, though, and start to listen more closely.
I was foolish and didn't immediately confirm that it was still there. I take full responsibility for my error.
She sounds like an AI.
Yes, I have two in mind. No, I believe that a culprit is more likely. I would not make a mistake that careless.
What was she talking about? From the comment about something being still there, I'm beginning to lean more into my hunch that Felicia lost something. But what does she mean by culprit? I keep listening.
Only somewhat. I see them often, though. The others I am unfamiliar with. I took some discreet pictures this morning. I will send them to you now. Of course, I apologize for the inconvenience. Thank you. I will handle the student if needed then.
The student? Who is she talking about? Is she talking about me?
Yes, of course. I will retrace my steps before any kind of confrontation. Understood. I realize that time is of the essence. Yes, I will contact you as soon as I have any updates.
She pauses for a bit longer.
Yes. I understand the consequences. Goodbye.
Felicia suddenly ends the call. She closes her phone, turns, and begins quickly walking towards the door. My head is still peeking out from behind the condenser box, so I panic a bit as I scramble to go back to hiding. Her footsteps stop. It sounds like she stopped walking. Uh-oh. I know I didn't make that much noise. Did she actually hear me? My heart is beating out of my chest. I hold my breath and stay completely still. After what feels like several minutes, she continues walking. Oh! As she comes closer to where I'm sitting, I silently move to the other side of the condenser box just as she passes by. Thankfully, she doesn't stop again. But I don't stop holding my breath until I hear her open and close the door to the roof. She never looked back, so it seems like I'm in the clear. I finally exhale and let myself breathe. Damn, that was close. I was hoping I'd have an answer to my questions after coming here, but now I'm just more confused. After all that, though, I've decided that this is definitely none of my business, and I'm way out of my depth. No more following Felicia around. After waiting a few minutes, I head back to the roof door. Then I try pushing it. He's locked out, isn't he? I knew it. I had a feeling the moment she closed that door, it would be locked. Well, that's just great. Felicia locked the door behind her. This is really bad. I'm stranded in a restricted access area with limited time to get back to class. I hurriedly scan the roof for some other way down. My eyes land on a ladder hanging off the side. It looks like a fire escape. I'm so screwed. The next 10 minutes could only be described as the most stressful in my life. I needed to climb down the entire ladder without being spotted by any teachers looking out the windows. So at every floor, I waited until I thought no one was looking, and then quickly climbed down past the windows. Slowly but surely, I made it past each floor without any alarms going off. Once I finally made it to the bottom of the ladder, I noticed that the bottom 4 meters of the ladder were folded up off the ground. Oh, come on. It makes sense since the school doesn't want students using this thing for anything other than an emergency, but it sure makes things more difficult for me. I don't want to fall too far and break a leg, so I climb down and hang from the bottom rung of the ladder with my hands. Here goes nothing. I begin talking under my breath to pump myself up. 1, 2, 3. Yep. I let go of the ladder and brace myself, trying to fold my legs as I land. Ha! I paused for a second to make sure nothing is twisted or sprained. Is he okay? Okay. Looks like I'm good to go. I scan my surroundings. Good. Looks like no one saw me. I look at my watch. Still about 15 minutes left for lunch. Guess I'll just head back in through one of the side doors. Hopefully it won't look too suspicious. Okay, it's our class. Thankfully, nobody seems to pay me any mind as I make my way back to the classroom. Okay, but Anna's gonna be like, why were you away for so long? When I finally get back to my desk and sit down, I realize I never ate lunch. Anna gives me a smirk.
Not feeling hungry?
I laugh awkwardly. Yeah, guess not. The line was so long and I got tired of waiting.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
She knows.
How did Felicia like the line?
Damn it. Uh-oh. You know, it'd be great if you could stop catching on to everything I do so easily. Anna laughs.
You know that's not gonna happen anytime soon.
I can't help but chuckle along with her. Yeah.
Should I bother asking you any more than that?
For now, let's just leave it alone.
All right then.
I'm so scared
Back
my
to
camera's
the
gonna die.
grind.
Don't die, please. More like back to hell. I pull out my physics textbook as the teacher enters the room. I hate physics about as much as I hate math. Mostly because physics has lots of math in it. As the teacher begins talking, I start writing notes in my notebook. We've been learning about how sound waves travel. The Doppler effect! Oh my god, I love the Doppler effect. It's so cool. We take a few minutes to review some problems from yesterday. Then the teacher suddenly asks us a question. Does anybody remember approximately how fast sound travels through the air at 20 degrees Celsius? Doesn't it travel the same? Isn't it like 3.08 times like 10 to the 7th power? Something like that. It's the same, right? The teacher looks at me. Simone, why don't you answer? I stand up from my chair. How fast does sound travel through the air at 20 degrees Celsius? None of mine are right. I thought it was like... I'm gonna go 343. That would be 343 meters per second. Correct! Let's go! I'm built different! Okay. Nice! I'm definitely going to Nice! I'm definitely going to remember that for the midterm. Next, what is the formula to calculate the distance a sound wave travels? I don't remember. I learned this before. I just don't remember. Another one? Wait, I think I remember this one. So, isn't it like time distance equals the total time over something? I don't know. Oh no. I'm so embarrassed. Isn't it velocity over time? Right? Why do I have to answer these guys? Okay. I'm pretty sure it's velocity over time. That would be the velocity of the sound wave divided by the time it takes to travel the unknown distance. Frick! Yikes, this is embarrassing. Not quite. It's actually the opposite. Guys, I couldn't remember. I'm sorry. I sit back down. The teacher continues. Let's try an example problem. Oh, it's a guy again. Okay. He writes a problem on the board. The time it takes for a sound wave to hit a wall and bounce back is 0.4 seconds. Assuming that the temperature of the air is 20 degrees Celsius. Oh my god. Okay, so why does temperature matter? Okay, 0.4 seconds. 0.4 seconds. So it's velocity. So 343 times 0.4. I'm not reading this. I'm going to forget it. My thoughts are interrupted when I see Anna quickly raise her hand. And Anna, do you have the answer?
Yes, sir.
She stands up.
The answer would be 68.6 meters.
I'm still embarrassed. I forgot the formula, guys. In my defense, back in class we had the formula sheet, so I didn't have to memorize that. I know it's a very simple formula. We don't talk about it. Correct. Can you walk us through it? Of course. It's just 343 times 0.4, is it not?
It takes 0.4 seconds for the sound to reach the wall and bounce back.
Oh, wait, no.
So the time it takes for it to reach the wall
half.
is 0.2 seconds.
You know what I meant, guys.
That's the value for time. Then, using the velocity of 343 meters per second, we multiply it by the 0.2 seconds for time.
Yeah, basically what I said, guys.
This leaves us with 68.6 meters.
I knew that. Very good. Let's look at another problem. Anna sits back down. When it comes to anything math-related, Anna excels. That was just simple math. And I know I kind of messed up, but we don't talk about it. I wonder how her math grades compare with Felicia's. The rest of class proceeds as normal. I stretch my arms in the air. Finally done. I'm so hungry.
No wonder. You didn't eat any lunch.
Yeah, kinda regretting that now.
Do you have a shift tonight?
Yeah.
Figured. Here.
Anna suddenly tosses something to me. Whoa! It bounces around in my hands, but I manage to catch it. It's a handmade rice ball. What is...
I figured you'd be hungry, so I saved this for you.
Oh, she's so sweet.
It doesn't compare to Chiko's cooking, but I'm still pretty confident in myself.
Wait, you didn't have to save...
You're right. I wanted to.
She interrupts me.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Anna. I really appreciate it. Her face brightens.
No problem. You gotta go, don't you?
I look at my watch. Ah! Yep, I gotta get going. As I stand up with my bag, I quickly turn back to Anna. Thanks again. See you tomorrow. She smiles and waves at me. I hurry out of the school and towards the bar. Oh, my neck feels weird. As I'm making my way to the bar, I stuff the rice ball in my mouth. This is good. I need to find some way to pay her back for this later. I arrive at the bar with a few minutes to spare. I head inside and wave to my Mayu as I make my way to the back room. Once I've clocked in and gotten changed, I head out to the front. I see Mayu talking with my boss. I'm just not sure if I like it anymore. If we put the spirits on this end and then eased into the wines as you look closer to the center, I think the colors would look more appealing.
Are you sure? I really like the look of the vodkas together in the center. We're pretty well known for our vodka mixes.
Good point. Then how about the vodkas in the center with the wines surrounding them? Anything above 10% can go on the right, and anything below we put on the left.
Now you're definitely making things too complicated.
I have no idea what they're talking about. And my camera's gonna die soon. The boss notices me walking over. Simone! Good to see you. Glad you can make it. Well, it's my job, sir. The boss smiles. That it is. I can't help but laugh. The boss is always like this. Could you go wipe down that group of tables over there? Of course, I'm on it. When you're done, come back here. I want to hear your opinion on this. If he's referring to the layout of the shelf drinks behind the counter, then I have no opinion. But I guess I can take a look. I head over to the tables and start cleaning them. As I'm wiping the tops, I notice that there's no one else in the bar right now. That's probably why the boss and Mayu have time to have the conversation they're having. Although, knowing the boss, he'd probably just have the same conversation with any customer willing to listen, if there were any here. The thought makes me chuckle to myself. Once I'm finished, I make my way back to the counter. What did you want my opinion about, sir? Take a look at this. He motions to the back bar. Something about it isn't sitting right with me anymore. And I decided today it's time for a change. So, Simone, do you think the top left shelf should be the spirits and the bottom right should be the gin? Or the opposite? What? Well, would it make more sense for the rum to be on the bottom right? Because to me, it seems like the rum could fit anywhere on the bottom shelf. Well, of course, sir, but I don't actually know. But in the same line of thinking, would our whiskey selection be nice somewhere on the bottom shelf? It could help accent the outsides of the drink selection. Are the whiskey bottles the ones with the... I've got it! The vodka has to be front and center since it's what we're most well known for, and the wine is our most popular drink on Sundays, so those two can be split half and half down the center of the top shelf. Then we could put our rum and gin on the outsides of the bottom shelf with the spirits filling in the... I have no idea what he's talking about. Boss? The whiskey should go on the top shelf because of how nice our whiskey bottles look. Now that's a good idea. I glance over at Mai, who's just smiling and enjoying the show. And of course, the sake can sit right over there on the top shelf. Yes, this will be perfect for the look of the back bar.
What about our tequila? Shouldn't that be somewhere on the top shelf?
Suddenly, Mayu chimes in. Ah, of course, the tequila! How could I have forgotten? The tequila should go on the top shelf, which means we need to... Oh, did not mean to do that.
Which means we need to pick somewhere else for the sake to go. Or perhaps it could be placed next to the spirits.
No, that wouldn't make any sense. I look at Mayu again. She gives me a wink. We need to rearrange our thinking. If our vodka mixed drinks are the most popular selection, wouldn't it make sense for the vodka to be at eye level on the center shelf? Yeah, she just likes the chaos. The boss continues rambling on, and we help him arrange the back bar. Over, and over, and over, and over again. We probably go through close to 20 iterations before he finally settles on something he's happy with. But eventually...
Well, it took us almost an hour and a half, but you're happy with this layout, right?
This is just what we needed to get the back bar spiced up again. We have the vodka here, and the spirits here, and the sake is... Hey, doesn't this look kind of... Then the tequila is here, just like...
It's the exact same position as it was before we started.
Thanks, boss. The boss stares at the back bar for about 10 more seconds before turning around and looking at us. That it is! Looks like no change was needed. He gives us a big smile and a thumbs up. Mayu puts her hand over her face and I start laughing. Today is just business as usual. It isn't until around 6:30 p.m. that more customers start coming to the bar. As usual, I'm taking orders, Mayu's making drinks, and the boss is doing both. Alright, just to confirm, your order is 2 house beers, 1 vodka cranberry, and 1 gin and tonic, correct? Oh, is it the same guy? Let's just do the same voice. That sounds right to me. Actually, that's not the same voice.
Wait, actually, could you change mine to a vodka cranberry as well? I'm not really in the mood for beer.
Of course! 1 house beer, 2 vodka cranberries, and 1 gin and tonic. We'll have those out in just a minute for you. I walk back to the bar and give Mayu the order sheet. House beer, 2 VCs, and 1 G&T.
Got it, thanks.
Overall, the shift is normal. The bar is never too packed on Thursdays, but it's definitely busier than our typical Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. While I'm wiping down a table whose customers just left, I glance at the clock. 7:02. About an hour left until I'm done for the day. I finish wiping the table and start walking back to the front. As I'm ready to go clean another table, the doors to the bar suddenly fly open. I look over to the entrance to see 3 rowdy men walk in. I don't know why, but I suddenly get a bad feeling. I look over at the boss and Mayu. The boss continues casually wiping a glass that he's holding, but his posture looks less relaxed. Mayu's expression also looks tense. Guess I wasn't the only one who felt it. My gaze returns to the 3 men. They pick a table in the middle of the bar and sit down. One of them throws their feet up onto the table. Ew, that's disgusting. All 3 of them appear to be delinquents, probably in their early 20s, and they look like they get into fights regularly. It takes me a minute to remember that I'm supposed to go over there and take their order. I glance back at the boss, who gives me a slow nod. He has a serious look on his face. I've never seen him look like that, but I can tell he's warning me to be cautious. I turn to grab my order notepad from the counter. Hey, can we get some damn service? There's no one else here. Looking around, there are a few other customers. I can see looks of annoyance and disgust, but they're all avoiding eye contact with any of the delinquents. Guess it's showtime. I walk over to the table. Hello, welcome to the Kimochii. Yeah, just get us a round of beers already. Of course. Would you like the house beer or one of our house? Understood. We'll have those out for you shortly. As I walk back to the bar, the 3 men all start talking and laughing loudly. I didn't need to bother writing anything down. Just 3 house beers.
No problem.
Mayu has an annoyed look on her face. What do you think? She responds while filling up the glasses.
Let's just hope they're nothing more than nuisances.
She hands the 3 beers to me.
Here you go.
Mayu leans close to me and starts talking in a lowered voice.
Keep an eye on their arms and legs. Don't let them try any funny business.
Yes, ma'am. I silently nod back. I take the drinks and walk back. Once I reach their table, I start handing out the drinks. Thank you for waiting. Here are your drinks. The men don't even look at me as I set the drinks down. They just keep talking loudly. Maybe it's because I've been looking up. That's probably why. As I'm moving to place down the last drink, one of the men suddenly sticks out one of his legs. I quickly adjust my movement so as to step over it. He subtly clicks his tongue and makes an annoyed expression while looking away from me. Good thing I was ready for it. I set down the third beer and walk back to the front. Mayu smirks at me.
Nice move.
I smile back. Nice heads up. The group continues ordering lots of drinks over the next half hour, and they only become louder and more annoying. The boss has thankfully been alternating with me whenever we bring drinks out to them, but it hasn't stopped them from trying to screw around. I've managed to dodge at least 2 more attempts at them trying to accidentally bump into or trip me while I'm carrying the drinks. They've also become more irritating to the other customers in the bar, so much so that many have left. I finished passing out what feels like their 15th round of drinks. At this point, the 3 of them are all drunk and shouting. Ha 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 ha! What a pussy! Can't even cop up what he owes us, owes us on time, and then he runs for the hills. And after we went out our way to keep him out of trouble. Sometimes they just never learn, but this one will. The hard way. I can see the look on his face already. Yeah, they're grade A assholes. I walk back to the front again and see the boss and Mayu talking to each other. They look pretty tired of these punks as well. Speaking of, that throw of yours was pretty spot on this morning. You're damn right it was. He motions like he's pitching a baseball. Got it to the top of the tree in one shot. Oh, it's the bag. Huh? Top of the tree? That sounds familiar. Not to mention we got this without her noticing. One of the men holds up a fancy-looking charm of some sort. Although it might be too big to be called a charm, it looks more like a rectangular keychain. Huh. Stuck-up bitch got what she deserved, trying to ignore us like that. So, what is that thing? Who gives a shit? If it's important, she can come find us. Doesn't look cheap, that's for sure. My thoughts flash back to this morning. Could these guys be the reason her bag was... Mayu walks up behind me.
Don't worry. Only a couple more hours and we'll close on these assholes.
She notices me staring at the object the men were all talking about.
You recognize that thing?
Never seen it before, but I might know who it belongs to. Can't say for sure, though. Mayu looks at the men
Normally
again.
I'd say let's get it back, but we're on shift and there are other people here. Can't exactly go starting potentially out-of-hand confrontations in front of our patrons.
Right. That is, unless it doesn't turn into one. The boss is suddenly behind us, wiping the counter. Without looking up, he continues. Does that keychain belong to a friend of yours, Simone? I wouldn't say friend, but I think it might belong to someone in my class. Why don't you take a closer look the next time they order? I'm sorry if I'm in a weird position, guys. My neck really feels weird. He smiles. Then we can go from there. Is he... Oh, understood. Thank you, sir. Suddenly, one of the men slaps the table. Another round! Good timing. I head over to the table. Of course, what can I... Not you, brown nose. He waves me off without looking. Hey, babe! I want to talk to you! None of them looked at me even once. All 3 of them are obviously intoxicated. I glance back at Mayu. She's keeping a professional face, but I notice that her eyebrow is twitching. This is actually a good chance, though. They're all distracted. My eyes move to the keychain, which is now lying on the table. I can make out 2 letters on the face upside. F.A. I bet money that those stand for Felicia or Arison. That's all I needed to see. I walk back to Mayu and the boss. It's hers. I'm almost sure now. Another one of the men calls from across the bar. Damn, now that I'm looking at her, she's fine. Yeah, come keep us company and take our orders, why don't you? Mayu is having a hard time hiding her annoyance now. She's pissed. The boss calls back to them. Of course, we'll send over the drinks in a minute. As he begins filling up 3 more glasses, he starts talking in a quiet voice. Alright, let's get it back from them. Really? Are you sure that's okay, sir?
I'm pretty damn sure about it.
The boss looks at Mayu and me. These hooligans are harassing 2 of my employees. Of course I'm sure. And I've got an idea. The boss gives us his signature smile. Guess we're on. Mayu, why don't you take them the next round of beers? Oh, and did I mention that I just bought us a new floor steamer last week? Mayu looks at the boss and a cheeky smile forms on her face.
No, I don't think you did. I'll keep that in mind.
And Simone, could you please bring them an extra round? It's on the house. For being such great customers. I'll be right behind you. These two suddenly became a lot more intimidating. Good thing I'm on their side. Of course, sir. But what if things go sideways? The boss gives me a knowing look and comes a little closer. I believe you already know the answer to that, Simone. What is he talking about? That is to say, you can use whatever techniques you need to defend yourself. Just wait for my signal. What? Wait, how do you... He holds up a finger to his lips and gives me a wink. Let's just focus on this for now. I'm right behind you. He's right. We can talk about this later. First, the keychain.
You guys finished yet? Let's do this already.
Mayu's raring to go. The boss hands us 3 beers each. Don't worry. These are the plastic ones. He smirks. But if a glass or two happens to get broken, I'll be fine. Mayu takes the beers and stands still for a moment. Her expression changes and she puts on a mature-looking smile.
Hey, boys. I hear you wanted to see me.
The 3 of them look at Mayu and big smiles form on their faces. You're damn right we did. She changes her tone to one that's much more sultry.
Well, why don't I pass out these drinks and we can talk some more?
Mayu leans over the table to hand out the beers. And as she does, one of the thugs puts a hand on her thigh. Her sultry expression immediately changes to one that's much more threatening.
Whoa.
Mayu pretends to trip and almost fall, spilling the beers all over the 3 delinquents. Several glasses clatter to the floor. What the hell are you doing? Ah! You damn bitch, you did that on purpose. In a voice oozing with sarcasm, Mayu responds.
Oh my goodness, of course not, sir. I'm so sorry. Let me get you cleaned up.
She pulls out a cloth and moves to start wiping the table. While all the men are distracted, Mayu quickly glances at me. She then wipes the cloth across the table, knocking the keychain on the floor. Time to move. I walk over and discreetly kick it across the floor to somewhere I can pick up later. I look back over the delinquents. They're pissed. But it looks like none of them noticed the keychain. Oh, so now you think it's funny to joke with us, huh? One of them starts to stand up, but I quickly move in between him and Mayu. Please accept our apologies. We have another round of drinks for you all here. Free of charge, of course. I set the new drinks on the table. Are you kidding? You think that's gonna cut it? Uh-oh. This one abruptly stands up, knocking his chair backward. It clatters on the floor. Oh boy. Mayu stops wiping the table and quickly takes a few steps back. The boss approaches. He bows to the 3 men. Our most sincere apologies. Please allow us to make it up to you. Please order anything from the menu. It's on the house. None of them are pleased. This guy's funny. The biggest man stands up slowly, still leaning on the table and wearing a dangerous smile on his face. There's beer all over his shirt and pants. I can see the anger in his eyes. He thinks a couple more drinks are gonna stop me from slapping the shit out of his shit-sane employee. He stands upright and looks at Mayu. Then he begins walking towards her. Please, sir, there's no reason to escalate this into anything unnecessary. One of the other men responds. Unnecessary? This bitch needs to be taught some manners. He cracks his knuckles. This man starts to approach where Mayu is standing as well. She slowly backs away. Mayu is keeping a confident face, but I can tell she's starting to get nervous. As the men close the distance, I see the biggest one's hand turn into a fist. This is bad. I need to move. He raises his fist into the air. I need to get in between them. Behind them! If that's not the signal, then I don't know what is. I move into action. The boss moves behind the biggest man, and I follow his lead and oh my god, I don't mean to do that. Follow his lead and put myself behind the other one. Huh? My body feels like it's moving on its own. I grab his arm and move to twist it behind his back. What the? This is something I've practiced hundreds of times, but I've never needed to use. I've never needed to use it on someone this big before. Huh! Ah! I see the biggest guy go down. Mayu! I hear Mayu and the boss calling to each other, but I can't focus on it. My heart is beating out of my chest. I kick at the man. I'm holding his legs to knock him off balance. You little... But he's stronger than I anticipate, and his elbow swings back and clocks me across the cheek. Ah! Damn, that hurt! I can't let go now, so try again. This time I use more strength. With a well-paced duo of kicks, I managed to get his legs to buckle. Shit! I moved to push all my weight downward. Huh. Ugh! I managed to get him down on the floor and positioned myself on top of him. Thanks to him being drunk and to the fact that I had the element of surprise, it wasn't as difficult as it probably could have to get him down. Ugh! What the fuck are you doing? The boss has the biggest man pinned against the table now. I quickly look over at the third man, who looks extremely disoriented. What the hell is going on? Hey! The fuck is this? He's definitely the most intoxicated, but that doesn't stop him from being a threat. He starts to roll up his sleeve and stand up. You think you could just hide behind your friends? I need to teach you a thing or two about owning up. He starts moving towards Mayu. Damn it. I can't move unless I let go of the guy who got pinned. My mind is racing. What do I do? Mayu, get out of here! I shout to Mayu, but she doesn't move. That's when I notice her serious expression. What is she? Once the third man is within about 3 meters of her, she suddenly holds up her phone towards him. Then loudly, I hear a voice come out of the speaker.
Emergency services are on their way and will arrive in 2 minutes.
What? He freezes. Shit. I think it would be best if you three left. Now. The boss looks at me and nods. We both let go of the 2 men we have pinned down. As the biggest man stands up, he slams the table. God damn it! He looks at the boss, rage in his eyes. Don't think for a second that you're getting out of this one, old man. He looks like he wants to crack the boss across the face. I start to ready myself just in case he tries anything. You shitheads just surprised us. That won't happen again. Come on, let's finish this. 1-on-1. The boss still hasn't moved. The delinquent's face turns to one of dark anger. He lowers his voice. You got lucky this time. Come on, boys. Let's get out of here. As the 3 men move towards the door, Mayu suddenly blocks their path. Oh, what do you want, bitch? A smile forms on Mayu's face.
I think you boys forgot something.
She holds out a receipt with all their orders on it. I can't see the number for where I'm standing, but I know for a fact it isn't cheap. You think we're gonna pay that after that stunt you pulled? The biggest man steps forward. And what are you gonna do, huh? Tell the cops you assaulted your own customers? Mayu silently points to something on the ceiling. The delinquents look over to where she's pointing. Shit. It's a security camera. Mayu is smiling mockingly at them
Sounds
now.
like it's time to pay up.
The biggest man has both his fists clenched. I can see his knuckles turning white. This has been one hell of a shift. I love the little sparkles. The police arrived and took the 3 delinquents away in their patrol car. The men, of course, didn't have enough money to cover their insanely large bill, so we were told that they'd be due to pay the money back at a later date. The expression they gave us when getting into the car were some of the angriest I've ever seen. I really hope I don't run into them again. It wasn't much of a question who was at fault in this case, especially with the hard video evidence from the bar's security cameras. So the whole questioning process only lasted about 20 minutes. Right now the boss is talking with the remaining police officers. I look down at the keychain in my hand. The letters F.A. stare back up at me. Getting this thing back sure was a lot of hassle for a girl I don't even know. Man.
You okay?
Mayu has been standing silently next to me. Yeah, just processing everything. I haven't been in a real fight like that since I was a kid. I look up. How about you? You were the one they were after. Mayu laughs awkwardly.
Would you be surprised if I said this wasn't the first time something like this has happened here?
I look over in surprise. What? Really? Wait, you guys don't do this kind of thing often, do you?
Oh, no, of course not. But,
Mayu glances over at the boss.
maybe it'd be better to let him explain it to you.
I look at the boss. This is going to be an interesting conversation for sure. After another 5 minutes or so, the boss finishes talking with the police and walks back over to Mayu and I. Let's head inside. I've got some things I'd like to say. We're the only ones left at the bar now. Everyone's cleared out pretty fast once the cops were called. I sit down at one of the bar stools, and the boss puts his hand on my shoulder. Good work today, Simone. I'm glad to see your judo club excuse wasn't just a bluff. What? Wait, sir, I have so many questions. But, oh, that's what he meant. The boss suddenly steps back and gives me a bow. I owe you a sincere apology. What do you... I put you in a position that puts you in danger. And while I'm certain I would have been able to prevent things from going any further, you still got injured because of me. I gently put my hand to my cheek. I could feel a lump, and as soon as I make contact with it, I feel a stinging pain. Ugh! If you feel that because of this incident, you no longer like to work here, I understand. I'm happy to keep you on the payroll while you look for a new job. What in the world is he talking about? Quitting? Wait. Sorry, I just need to process all this. First, how in the world did you know I could do judo? And does this kind of thing happen often here? I've been here like 5 months now and I haven't seen anything like it, but Mayu said that this isn't the first time something like this has happened. Mayu, who's sitting at a nearby table drinking some kind of alcohol, stands up. She gives me her usual smile.
The boss is a 9th degree black belt in judo.
What?
It was one of the first things he noticed after your interview.
Understanding who can and can't do the art I've trained in for 38 years comes as a package deal with the experience. 9th degree? I laugh awkwardly. I guess me saying what I did in the interview didn't help to curb your suspicion then? He smiles at me. Can't say that it did. His face then becomes serious again, but that doesn't excuse the fact that it was unreasonable for me to put you on the spot like I did today. So if you would like to terminate your contract here, I understand. Absolutely not. I'm firm in my response. Oh? You both have done more than enough for me in the time that I've been here. A little bruise on the cheek isn't going to scare me off. Without any hesitation, you both agreed to help me get back some random object that belongs to someone I don't even know, without even asking for proof. Mayu smiles.
Of course we did. You've given us every reason to trust you. Plus, those assholes had it coming.
I laugh. Well, that's all I needed to hear. If you guys were willing to trust me, then I can do the same for you. And even if this kind of thing happens more than once, I've made up my mind. I look at the boss confidently. I'd be happy to continue working here. The boss flashes a big smile. I knew hiring you was a good idea. Mayu looks over at the boss.
You know, you still haven't told me exactly why you hired him in the first place, especially considering he can't drink yet.
She looks back at me and smiles.
Not that I'm complaining, of course.
I believe that's something you need to ask Simone about first. While it's true that I asked the boss to keep some of the things I said during my interview a secret, I realize now that it was just mostly me being paranoid. After 5 months, I definitely trust Mayu enough to give her an explanation. Well, I guess now is a good time as any. I don't really know why the boss hired me either, but I can at least tell you what I said in the interview. Mayu takes another sip of her drink. She has an excited look on her face.
Woohoo! All right. Spill the beans.
Maybe a little too excited. Well, let's see. So I came across one of the boss's business cards by chance when I was shopping for something in a nearby mall.
No!
I'm interrupted immediately. Ho, is that the sound of victory I hear? Mayu and the boss suddenly become rowdy for some reason. What?
Simone, please tell me you're lying. There is no way you found this bar through that stupid business card stand. The boss literally found it in some random newspaper ad, and then decided it was a good idea to pay for a crappy little stand to leave his business cards on. In some random corner of a mall.
I laugh. I guess it was kind of an odd place to find a business ad. But yeah, that's really where I found it.
Damn it.
Mayu looks defeated. What's the big deal though? Did you guys have some kind of bet going or something? That's exactly what we had. And I believe I just won.
Yeah, I'll pay up later.
The boss smirks. I'll hold you to it. Mayu turns back to me.
Anyways, Simone, what were you saying?
These two are like a comedy duo. Oh, right. It might seem weird why I decided to call the boss at all, given the weird place I found the card in, but it was actually a pretty great option for me. I needed a job that I could keep hidden and wouldn't accidentally be discovered at, so I gave him a call and asked if he would consider hiring someone part-time. Mayu tilts her head.
Hidden from who, exactly?
I scratch the back of my head. My little sister. Mayu's expression suddenly turns into one of intrigue.
Oh, now that's interesting.
She's part of her junior high school's light music club. They only have 5 members, so the club fees are split between them. Or I guess they should be. Realization lights up on Mayu's face.
Oh, I get it. You're secretly paying for everything, aren't you?
She caught on fast. Yeah. Quite the gentleman, isn't he?
That's a lot of pressure for one guy, though. So why in the world are you paying for everyone and not telling them?
A few months after my sister joined the club, she said something about it potentially closing down. Because of how small the club is, the school decided to allocate a lot of the club's budget to other places. They still assist with school festival-related stuff, but everyone's club fees increased a lot. And my sister told me that not everyone has enough money to pay the dues every month.
It kind of seems like they're trying to get rid of the club altogether.
That was my first thought too. So I went in one day during after hours and had a meeting with the club budget staff to ask if the club could be funded externally. And they said yes. All of them I asked, oh my god, guys, I'm so tired, I'm so sorry. All I asked them to do was keep the source of the money, that being me, a secret. Mayu gives me an intrigued look.
Wow, you're a pretty convincing guy. First junior high school staff, and then a bar owner? All for what, though? I assume you're not trying to swoon a couple of middle schoolers.
Ugh. I would hope not. Of course not. My sister really loves music. She's loved it ever since she was a child. Right after she joined the music club, she started practicing every single day, and she hasn't broken the chain since. Every day she's either practicing the guitar or practicing her singing. And recently I think she's even started writing her own music. I look down at the table. I don't want her to lose that. But she's too thoughtful for her own good. If she knew I was working an extra job to pay everyone's club's dues, she might start feeling guilty and try to quit.
Do you think she would actually try and quit if she found out?
Well, if she started feeling guilty about me paying for everything, she might end up wanting to quit. But if she quits, that would also essentially shut down the club for all her friends, too. I don't want her to put herself in that limbo. I just can't take that chance. I look back up at Mayu. So here I am. Judo was just something I did as a kid, so it's not weird to my sister that I'd be in the judo club. That's why I can use it as an excuse for where I always am after school. Mayu silently stares at me for a few seconds. Then she smiles.
I think I can see why you were able to convince the boss so easily now. I'm not even hiring you, and you've convinced me 3 times over already. But maybe you're wrong.
About what? Huh?
I think you're still trying to convince yourself.
Mayu's face suddenly looks much more serious.
I don't know your sister, so you can convince me all day. But after hearing what you said, I don't think you buy it. To me, you just sound stubborn.
What? Does she mean she's not convinced? I quickly glance at the boss, who's silently listening while wiping one of the beer glasses. What do you...
How much do you care about this sister of yours?
More than anything in the world. I don't know where this is coming from or where Mayu is going with this, but I answer honestly.
Then why are you scared? It sounds like she trusts you, so why don't you trust her?
She's low-key right with that, though. Mayu pauses again. I don't know what to say.
Everybody has secrets and everybody has masks. But if you're too scared to be yourself, then who are you really?
Damn.
Who are you to her when she finds out on her own?
Mayu, perhaps that's enough for now.
Sorry about that. Got a little carried away there.
Well, I...
No. Don't worry about anything I said just now. Look, you know your sister better than anyone. so I'm sure you know what's best.
This girl talking from experience. Mayu returns to her normal attitude, but what she said shook me. It reminded me in some ways of Anna's opinion about everything, but for some reason, Mayu's words felt like they were coming from somewhere else. Either way, though, it's exactly like she just said. I know Chi better than anyone, and I know my decision isn't one made on a whim. I laugh awkwardly. No, actually, I'm glad you said that. It gives me something to think about. Mayu smiles.
You know, you're pretty mature for your age, Simone. It's a shame you're so young.
Help! What does she mean by that? Huh? What did you say?
Nothing.
She goes for a drink again. The boss laughs. And he's proved time and time again that he's a valuable employee here. Keep up the good work, Simone. It feels kind of embarrassing explaining all this stuff out loud, but I trust Mayu. And the boss... I trust Mayu and the boss, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm also not great with praise, so I just kind of laugh awkwardly. Mayu leans back in her chair and stretches her arms out.
Well, would you look at us? Bonding after beating up a couple of idiots.
The boss smiles. I laugh. What a weird scenario I found myself in. I look at the clock on the wall. 8:30. Damn, I'm gonna be late again. And I didn't text Chi about it again. Come on, do better. The boss notices me looking at the clock. You're free to head home whenever, Simone. Don't worry, I'll be sure to give you overtime for today. Thank you, sir. I'll be off then. I quickly make my way back. I always mess this line up. I quickly make my way to the back room and get changed. Once I'm in my normal clothes, I check my phone. Hey, Simone! Everything okay? Are you going to be home late tonight? I quickly type up a response. Hey, sorry. Club practice went a little overtime today. I'll be home soon. I wave goodbye to the boss and Mayu as I make my way out of the bar. I would be doing more of a Chiko voice, but I'm tired. I don't want to be screaming. I keep my pace up as I walk home. My mouth is already watering imagining what food Chi cooked today. It takes me about 10 minutes to get back to my house. I walk up to the door and insert the key. But before I turn the lock, I hear something. I smile. I turn the key and head inside. That's your girl humming. As I'm closing the door behind me, I see Chi sitting in the living room with an acoustic guitar. She looks up at me.
Hey, Simone!
Chi leans the guitar against the wall and runs over to where I'm standing. You got a new guitar or something?
Yeah! Kiki's on vacation this weekend, so she's letting me borrow. Yikes!
She suddenly shouts and points at my face. What? What is it? I feel her hand touch my cheek where I got elbowed at the bar. Ugh!
That looks bad. Did something happen at practice?
Thankfully, I only got one bruise, so it shouldn't be too hard to explain away. Oh yeah, that. We were practicing some lock maneuvers today, and one of the guys accidentally swiped me across the face while trying to set one up. How bad does it look? She opens her phone camera and shows me the screen.
Not too great.
I squint to get a better look at the screen. I can see a purple lump around my cheekbone. It's already swelled up pretty big. Dang, yeah, that's rough. Guess I'll get some ice for it. She smiles.
I can get that. I'll also grab dinner as well. I've been keeping it warm in the oven.
Yes! Food from Chi. Great. I'm gonna run upstairs real quick and get changed.
Okay.
I throw my bag onto my bed and start changing into more lazy clothes. I hang up my school uniform for tomorrow. While I'm getting the pants folded on my bed, my arm accidentally bumps into my open bag, knocking it onto the floor. Damn it. A bunch of the contents spill out onto my floor. I bend down. As I'm putting everything back in, I see Felicia's keychain. Huh? It looks different than I remember. Is it magical? Maybe it's just hard to see because I didn't turn on my room light. But what's that piece sticking out on the side? I slowly go to pick it up. What the hell? It seems like, it's some secret key or something. It seems like it falling out of my bag caused some sort of side panel to come loose. I start to get an uneasy feeling, like I'm seeing something that I'm not supposed to. But curiosity gets the better of me. Whenever it goes silent, I always get scared. Upon closer inspection, the side panel itself wasn't particularly well hidden. But if you didn't know to look for it, it'd probably only be found by accident. Like right now. Underneath the open panel is a small black wheel embedded into the side of the keychain. It has small grooves on it, making it look like it should be turned. Should I really be messing with this? I don't want to break anything. I've already come this far, though. Plus, I don't think turning this wheel is going to mess anything up. Probably. Okay, I thought I was going to get a choice, but he's just doing it. I press my thumb against the wheel and begin slowly rotating it. And after rotating it all the way around, nothing happens. Huh. Maybe it's better that I don't mess with it after all. Suddenly, I hear Chi call from downstairs. I'm guessing it's like a specific combination. Simone, are you coming down soon? Right. Dinner. Yeah, one sec. I decide to leave the keychain alone for the time being and hurry downstairs. I can see Chi sitting at the table with 2 hot plates of lasagna waiting for us. Yes, lasagna tonight. She laughs.
Get over here already! I'm hungry!
I feel you, girl. I'm hungry too. I smirk back. You're telling me. I sit down.
Thanks for the food!
I always miss that. I get no warning. I've been so hungry from basically skipping lunch today that I can't stop myself from immediately tearing into the lasagna in front of me.
Whoa, calm down! There's plenty more if you want seconds.
I respond while chewing. Tonight's gonna be first night, I think. Did I say fifths by accident? I don't think I said that. She starts laughing and putting her hands out in front of her to block her view.
Hey, chew with your mouth closed!
We both just start laughing and then continue to eat loudly. Once I'm finally eating at a more normal pace, I look over at Chi. So, how'd practice go today? Chi beams at me.
It was so fun! Today we started practicing a new song and everyone was super excited about it.
That's great. What song is it? Although I probably won't recognize it. Chi laughs.
You might actually.
Oh yeah?
You know that idol anime I watch a lot?
Yeah, of course. You talk about it a ton and I see it on the TV sometimes.
Remember the name too?
Nope. Of course I do. It's, She chuckles.
I figured.
Wait, no, hold on, I can get it. Oh!
Oh?
It's Kimochii's, big day out? Chi burst out laughing.
Big day out?
Guess I was wrong. Oh, come on, was I close? At all?
Well, you did better than I thought you would. It's Kira Komachi's Idol Adventure.
Yeah, you got one word. Then it clicks in my head. Oh, yeah, Idol Adventure, that's right. It's got that super catchy theme song, right? Adventure. Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to be singing it. We're just gonna go, adventure.
Yeah, that's the song we started practicing today.
That's great, Chi. My mind wanders back to what I heard her singing before I opened the door earlier. Wait, so what were you singing earlier before I got back? Was that for the club too?
Huh? You heard that?
Her face starts turning red. Yeah? Oh, but it was really good. I really liked the...
No, don't say anymore.
She's waving her hands at me.
Let's not talk about that, okay?
What's gotten into you all of a sudden? There's no need to be embarrassed.
Could you pretend you didn't hear anything?
She looks down and starts staring at her lap.
Please?
I pause. I can't say I'm totally surprised by her reaction, but I can tell that pushing further probably isn't a good idea, so I decide to drop it. Yeah, sure. No problem. Chi lets out a sigh.
Thank you.
Oops. You know you don't have to be embarrassed about anything you do in front of me, right?
I know. It's just...
She pauses and tilts her head down again.
It's just a small side project I've been working on. Nothing that good, of course. Just something I kind of wanted to, try. But it's really nothing special, I swear.
She is too humble for her own good. A little more self-confidence would take her a long way. I smile at her. I'll believe that when I see it. You're always welcome to show me. She looks up at me.
Thanks, Simone.
I give her a thumbs up. My mind wanders back to the conversation I had with Chi yesterday. Speaking of music stuff, though, how's your electric guitar holding up? Still need to retune it every 30 minutes? Chi gives me an annoyed look.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten any better. Alice is taking it this weekend to the King Grant shop I mentioned, so I decided that since my friend Kiki is letting me borrow her acoustic guitar, I'll practice on that at home until Monday.
Do you think the shop will be able to get it fixed?
Yes! They definitely will be able to fix it for a reasonable price.
She is talking confidently, but her expression doesn't match her voice at all. And if they can't?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I decide to leave it at that. Got it. I pump my fist in the air. Let's go, Grant! She starts laughing.
Woohoo! Let's go, Grant!
Our conversation carries on normally for another hour or so before Chi realizes that she still has homework left to do. She runs upstairs and I start cleaning the dishes. Once I'm finished getting everything put away, I look at the clock. Damn it, it's already 11:30? And I still have homework to do too. Oh, yikes. Ugh. I take my tired legs and trudge upstairs to my room. I plop down in my desk chair and open my phone camera. I flip the camera around and take another look at the bruise on my face. Man, Anna's gonna be so pissed. She always gets angry when she finds out I'm being reckless. My eyes then fall on the homework books scattered across my floor. No use worrying about her reaction now, though. I pick up the books and open the first one. The first problem stares back at me. This is gonna suck. I get out my pencil and start writing. Once I'm about halfway done, I lean back and stretch. Yeah, stretching's good for you. I could really use a massage. While I'm leaning back, my eyes wander over to my bed. I see Felicia's keychain sitting next to my pillow with the odd black wheel still exposed. I didn't get a good look at it last time since my room was dark, but now with the lights on, I can see the wheel has some writing on it. Curious, I pick up the keychain to give it a closer look. Each notch on the wheel is marked with a white number. I start rotating the wheel. No way, is this a lock? I start to get that same uneasy feeling from before. I don't really know why, but it just goes beyond feeling like I'm snooping through someone's stuff. Should I really keep messing with this? My mind flashes back to Felicia's phone conversation on the roof. Maybe I should just leave this alone. I slowly cover the wheel back up and put the keychain on the side of my desk. I need some sleep. Okay. Friday, August 28th. Ugh. I slowly open my eyes and look at my alarm clock. 7, huh? A little early to be waking up, but I can't go back to sleep anymore, so I guess I'll just deal with it. I take my time getting out of bed and move to the washroom to brush my teeth. I can hear Chi moving around downstairs. Of course she's awake already. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not a morning person. I'm good on that. Not that I mind, of course. The smell of delicious food wafts upstairs. Time to eat! I finish brushing my teeth and washing my face and head downstairs. I see Chi in the kitchen frying some eggs. Morning, Chi! Happy... Rude. Just kidding. Chi suddenly cuts me off and points at the TV. I look over where she's pointing. It looks like an ad for that idol show Chi was talking about yesterday. Will Kimochii-chan be able to help her friends get out of the pinch they found themselves in? Or will her voice alone not be enough? Don't miss tomorrow's new episode of Kira Kamachi's Idol Adventure, airing at 10 a.m. Guess I was right. I look back over to Chi, who has a serious look on her face. She stares at the TV and doesn't say anything. Chi? She keeps staring. You might want to keep an eye on the...
Can she really overcome it?
What?
Are Kira and her friends gonna be okay?
Chi, the pan, look at the... She suddenly turns towards me.
Her power comes from her friends! What if she can't do it all by herself?
Chi, the eggs!
Huh?
She finally comes back to attention. Chi looks down at the pan to see 2 blackened eggs.
Oops.
I start laughing. I already knew Chi was way into this idol show, but man, she's way into it.
Guess I need to make these eggs again real quick. Can you wait a few minutes?
No problem. I go to sit down at the table. I always forget how hooked on the show you are.
Of course I am! It's a magnificent adventure! Every Saturday is like a mini Christmas because there's always a new episode!
That good, huh? She cracks 2 new eggs into the pan and starts frying them.
Haven't you watched some of the episodes before? I have it on the TV a lot.
Never properly sat through a full one before. Anything I know about it comes from seeing you watch it in the background. Chi finishes frying the eggs and slides them onto our plates.
It's decided then.
What's decided then?
Tomorrow we're going to watch the newest episode together in the morning.
Huh?
Then you'll be able to fully understand the greatness of Kira Kimochii's idol adventure. You're free tomorrow morning, right?
I am technically free tomorrow since my shift doesn't start until 5 p.m. But I don't know. Spending my morning watching an idol cartoon seems kind of...
I'll make you anything you want for breakfast.
What? Even my favorite?
Absolutely!
She throws me a thumbs up. Thank you, Kira Kimochii. You may not be real, but we are good friends now. Alright, I'm in. She gives me an excited smile.
Yay! This is going to be so fun! Now here's today's breakfast.
Yes! She brings over 2 plates of sausage, egg, and rice. That's not what I said, but we're gonna go with it. Smells delicious.
Let's eat! Do you have club practice again today?
Yeah, same as usual. It might run late tonight, though. Normally, Anna comes over to study on Fridays, but if she ever needs to reschedule, I usually offer to stay until closing since Fridays are so busy. And also because I get paid more. What about you?
Not today. We're waiting until Alice gets back on Monday with the guitar.
Ah, that's right. So, pretty easy day then.
I actually need to leave a little early today. I want to look at some problems with my teacher from this week's homework. And she agreed to meet me this morning.
Ever the diligent student. On top of being super motivated in her club activities, Chi also excels academically. You couldn't pay me to go to school that early to go over homework questions. Chi smirks.
Yeah, all you need is a cute girl to get you motivated.
What? Damn it, she caught me off guard. That's just... She starts laughing.
Is it true or true?
I can't help but smile a little. Whatever, just get out of here already. You need to go in early, right?
Yep. I'll just clean these up real quick.
Don't worry, I've got it. You can go get ready.
Okay, thanks, Simone.
She runs upstairs. She's way too good at that. She heads out about 10 minutes later, and I start getting ready to go as well. Once I finish straightening my tie, I walk over to my desk and start putting my books into my bag. While I'm putting everything away, my eyes fall on Felicia's keychain. Better give this back today. I put the keychain in my pocket and finish packing my bag. I check my watch. 8:15. Time to head out. I head back downstairs and make my way outside. Ugh, still stupidly hot outside, and so starts my trek to school. The heat beats down on me, along with the insufferable humidity. When will it finally end? It's almost September. Fall weather has got to be coming soon, right? As I continue walking, I notice the tree that I saw Felicia standing under yesterday. My mind flashes back to the incident from yesterday morning. I don't know why, but I decide to walk up to it. It's a seriously tall tree, and its branches tower over everything around it. I look up at the high branch where those delinquents threw Felicia's bag. Damn, that's high up. Whichever one of them threw it must have a crazy throwing
What's
arm.
high up?
Oh! What? Suddenly a voice sounds from behind me, following by the back of my neck getting sprayed with water! I jump forward in surprise. I turn around to see Anna laughing at me. She's holding a handheld fan with a small spray nozzle at the top. Oh, those are so good. Oh, I can't believe I didn't hear you. She smiles.
Morning.
Morning, Anna.
What's so interesting about this tree? Were you thinking about climbing it or something?
Anna walks up to the tree and starts looking at the high branches. I chuckle. In this weather, yeah, no thanks. I neglect to mention the fact that I literally did climb it yesterday. She looks over at me with a smirk.
Just admiring it then?
Of
Wait.
course not. Anna's expression suddenly turns serious and she moves closer to me. Uh-oh. She gets really close to my face. Like, really close. What's up? I try to feign ignorance.
Simone, what happened to your face?
My face? What do you mean? She suddenly puts her hand on my cheek. The pain from yesterday springs to life again. Ugh! She looks right into my eyes.
What happened?
Oh. I guess there's no hiding it now. You're not gonna be happy if I tell you.
You were being reckless again, weren't you?
I may have overextended myself a little at my job yesterday. Anna's eyes go wide.
At your job? What happened? Did someone hit you?
I, may have... Boy, she's gonna hate this answer. Gone into a bit of a fight with some of the customers. I can see the frustration on Anna's face about to explode out of her. As expected, she's livid, and it's obvious she's having trouble holding it in.
And may I ask why you got into a fight with a customer at your job?
It's kind of a long story.
Trust me, I can make time.
When Anna is in a mood like this, I know she's not going to back down. Okay, I'll explain, but how about on the way to school so we aren't late? She exhales, her discontent obvious.
Fine.
From there, we begin walking the rest of the way to school. I explain to Anna what happened at the tree yesterday. I tell her about how I ran into Felicia, how her bag was stuck up in a tree, and about how the delinquents that seemingly seemingly took something from her. Although I decided to leave out my roof escapades.
This is kind of a lot to process. So your boss at your job also helped to take those thugs down?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
I know. Honestly, I was just as surprised last night. Anna looks at me inquisitively.
And the, keychain? Do you have it with you now?
She's nosy. Yeah, I've got it. I stop walking for a second and pull the keychain out of my bag. I hold it out to Anna, the FA side facing her. She takes it and gives it a closer look.
Huh. I wonder what it's for.
Interesting. I didn't mention anything about messing around with it in my room last night. Sharing that without permission kind of feels like a breach of privacy. Anna hands it back to me.
The FA sure seems like a dead giveaway, but are you 100% sure this is Felicia's?
I'd say I'm like 95% sure.
So you got into a fight for 95%?
I awkwardly laugh. I definitely didn't mean for it to become one.
All for a girl you don't even know.
Someone's a little jealous. Huh? What did you say? Anna suddenly spins her head back to me.
Oh, nothing.
Her face is slightly red for some reason. She shakes her head and looks back at me again. Her expression becomes more stern.
Listen, the point is, you shouldn't be getting into fights at all. Especially at your job.
I recall what Mayu and the boss told me last night. I silently apologize to Anna in my mind. Suddenly her expression softens.
Look.
Anna comes to a stop and glances away from me.
Get that you can defend yourself with your judo and stuff. And I get that you're motivated to put all this extra effort in so Chiko can be... But...
Oh, oopsies.
It still makes me worried. You know?
Okay, thank you for worrying. I mean, I know, I'm just amazing. I can see the genuine concern in her eyes. Damn it. I can never win against a face like that. Anna, I know she only gets so frustrated because she's worried about me. I'm sorry. I can't promise that I won't continue to frustrate you.
I know.
She's still looking away. But I'll try my best to take it easy when I can, okay? Anna sighs and turns her head back towards me.
And stay out of fights?
Yeah, I'll try and stay out of fights too. A half smile returns to her face.
Okay.
I hate making Anna worry as much as I do. I really need to be more careful. I glance down at my watch. 8:30. So, you ready to keep walking to school? I think we're cutting it pretty close now. She just stares at me. Anna?
Ha!
What? Suddenly her arm shoots up towards my face and I feel a spray of water. Wow, way to be mature. What was that for?
That was for getting into a fight.
What? Ah, hey! She sprayed me again.
And that was for worrying me.
She sprayed me in my face, so I start wiping my eyes. I can hear her laughing, though. I open my eyes again. Okay, I deserve... Oh, come on! She sprayed me a third time. I wipe my face again. And what was that one for?
Just because I wanted to.
I start laughing. Okay. Are there any more coming, or am I in the clear?
I guess I can let you off for now.
Lucky me.
Now come on! We need to hurry or we'll be late.
That's what I was saying just a second ago. Anna runs ahead and calls out.
Guess I must have missed that.
I'm still thinking about the car that almost fucking hit them. She looks back at me and winks. I smile to myself. This girl. We continue our usual banter as we walk the rest of the way to school. I still love the art. It's so pretty. We hurry into the classroom at 8:43.
Phew. Just barely made it.
Yeah, just in time. As we sit down and start unpacking our bags, Anna glances at me with a cheeky smile.
You're lucky that serious conversation of ours didn't cost me my perfect attendance record.
Nerd. Just kidding. I chuckle back. Definitely wouldn't want to be on the other end of that. Another day. I get my notebook and pencil ready as the teacher enters the classroom. Good morning, everyone. Please take a look at the board. We will continue where we left off yesterday. No, please don't make me do more questions. No. Okay, thank God. First and second period classes come and go as usual with nothing interesting happening. Just lots of historical names and battles that I've already forgotten and long literary passages. Although I actually kind of enjoy literature, so it wasn't too bad. There was something I noticed during those two periods, though. Anna and I had to hurry to make it to class on time today, so I'd forgotten to look, but Felicia isn't here. Uh-oh, it's not good. It isn't necessarily unheard of her to miss class, but given the timing of everything with the keychain and me hearing that phone call, it's weighing on my mind a little. I still haven't decided exactly how, but I wanted to give it back to her today. Guess I'll just have to wait until Monday. The characters love stretching in this game. Time to stretch. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ow.
Here comes my least favorite part of the day.
God, is it math? We know you like math, right? I look over at her. Remind me why you claim to hate writing? Oh, writing so much. I feel like you're either a math person or you're a writing person. I feel like there's usually no in between. She looks back with a frustrated expression.
Too much writing.
Yeah, I hate when you're forced to write. Like, I'll write by myself. I don't want to be forced. I mean, I guess that's a fair point. Our next class is obviously writing. Both of classes share the same curriculum, but writing specifically is one of the few classes Anna hates. And, unsurprisingly, her worst subject. Not that her grade in the class is bad or anything. Okay, but doesn't math also involve a ton of writing?
Well, yeah, but at least those are all just numbers and symbols.
Okay, whatever. I still don't see it. Anna laughs to herself. Just then the teacher walks in. Good morning. Let's get started with the lesson. I open my writing notebook and pull out the book from yesterday's reading. Today we'll be reviewing chapters 33 and 34 of The Tale of Genji. Genji, like from Overwatch? This kind of class isn't particularly difficult for me. I actually enjoy reading books and writing about them. Not in my free time, of course, but when it's a grade, No, I would rather do it in my free time than do it for grade. But when it's for a grade, it can be enjoyable. As we're reviewing chapter 34, the teacher asks us a question. You might recall that Genji becomes a grandfather in this chapter. Does anyone remember the name of Genji's newborn grandson? Please don't ask me that. I don't know the fuck. One of the students raises her hand. Yes, go ahead.
That was Nyo-san, right?
Not quite. Their names sound similar, so you're on the right track. He looks at me. Simone, do you remember the name? I think I know this one, actually. I stand up to answer. Oh my god. Genji's grandson's name. Well, it has to be this one, right? His name was Neo, I think? The other ones were completely off. Yes, very good. Easy. I hope that shows up on the midterm. After a little more review of each chapter, the teacher asks us to write our own opinions on chapters 33 and 34.
He gives us 10 minutes to do so.
This part is pretty relaxing for me. So I have a lot I want to say, so it's not hard to get words on this paper. Anna, on the other hand, I glance to my right. Yeah, she looks super annoyed. It blows my mind that someone who has no problem filling up 2 sheets of scratch paper to solve a single math problem would complain about having to write 2 paragraphs. Then I start imagining writing 2 sheets of scratch paper for anything math related. Yikes. I think I'll just focus on writing about books for now. Marking the end of 3rd period rings, the teacher mentioned something to us. Keep in mind that there will be a section dedicated to this book on the midterm in October, so please make sure you're doing the reading every night. Nice, that section shouldn't be too hard for me. I glance over at Anna, who now has an exasperated look on her face. Maybe this is my chance to finally nail a higher score than her on one of the midterm sections. Imagining her reaction makes me chuckle to myself. Okay. Class finishes as normal, and 4th period is pretty uneventful as well. Finally, break time. Anna turns to me.
You going to the school store?
Mm-hmm.
Great. I'll come with you.
Oh, you didn't bring your own lunch today?
I was a little busy getting ready this morning, so I didn't have time to make anything.
Right. You're going to an event tonight, aren't you?
Right. And the attire is fancy, so I needed to pack and make sure my nice clothes were ready.
I smirk. Oh ho ho. Going to a fancy party, are we?
You already know what it is. I told you about it.
Anna mentioned it a couple of times earlier this week. Her dad is a company CEO and he wants her to come to some company gathering. From the sound of it, it seems like it's some kind of fancy business party.
And it's like 2 hours away by car, so I have to leave right after school.
Sometimes she also has to go a day early for rehearsals, like today.
But let's not talk about that. Let's just eat food.
Oh, alright. Sure thing. Anna and I make our way downstairs to the school store. While we're waiting in line, Anna begins looking over what food options there are. She looks over at me.
What are you getting?
I point at beef bowl. Again? Oh my god.
Of course you are.
What about you?
I think I'll just get a salad.
Really? I was almost sure you'd order the chocolate bread too.
Oh, really? Why's that?
Because you're a biggie. I'm just kidding. I give her a playful smile. Because I know just how much you love sweets.
I don't eat sweets.
I silently raise my eyebrow. Anna's face turns a little red.
Okay, I don't eat them that often.
I start laughing. Anna smiles and hits the side of my arm.
Ugh.
She likes him so much.
Yes.
That's such a flirty thing to do. Once Anna and I have gotten our food, we go back to the classroom for lunch. Uh-oh, why is it dark? Scary. Okay. Oh, never mind. It's just a transition. The last 2 periods of the day are always my least favorite, but thanks to Anna's help on Wednesday, math doesn't feel quite as bad as it did earlier this week. It still feels like an uphill battle trying to decipher all of these steps to solve these problems, but it's getting a little better. I just hope I'll be ready in time for the math test next week. The bell marking the end of the day finally rings. I lean back in my chair and stretch. Finally, done for the week.
Too bad neither of us gets the night off.
I look at Anna, still stretching. Don't ruin this moment for me. I want to savor the no math for 2 days feeling a little longer. She's laughing at me now.
Okay, sorry. I won't ruin the moment.
You already did. We both start laughing, not particularly caring if anyone else in the classroom thinks we're weird. Anna finishes putting her books in her bag and slings it over her shoulder.
I've got to run. Good luck at your shift today.
Thanks, see you Monday. Anna hurries out of the room. I check my phone. 3:52 p.m. I head out of the classroom and down the stairs. Looks like I wasn't able to give Felicia her keychain back today. Guess I'll just give it to her on Monday. It's nagging at me, but I push those thoughts aside for now and make my way to the bar. I'm like hoping something's not like wrong with her or anything. It's nice being able to walk here instead of running the whole way. Although that's probably because Anna had to leave early after class. Usually I stay and talk with her a bit before leaving. I make my way inside. As I walk to the back, I see Mayu and the bus? I keep saying that. The boss making and serving drinks out in the main room. Mayu waves at me. I smile back. Seems like business is already picking up. I put my bag and phone away and quickly change into my uniform. Once I'm back out, I walk over to the counter where the boss is in the middle of making a shaken drink. Hello, sir. Where do you want me to start today? The boss looks over and smiles cheerfully. Hello, Simone. Ready for the Friday shift? Of course, I can also stay late tonight if needed. Wonderful, that would be most appreciated. He pours the shaken drink contents into a glass, garnishes it with a small lemon wedge, and hands the glass to me. I think you could start by bringing this drink to the table of young women over there. The woman wearing the dark red coat ordered it. Of course, sir. Understood. I get myself into work mode and walk over to the table. Hello, ladies. Thank you for coming this afternoon. I believe this drink is for you. I make eye contact with the woman in the red coat.
Yes, that's mine. Thank you.
I don't know what that voice is, but I look at the other two women sitting at the table and notice that their drinks are almost finished. Can I get you two anything else? The woman to my right looks at the menu. What's in the tumultuous twist? Oh, that's one of our signature mixes. It's our take on an orange twist and vodka mixture. Ooh, I like the sound of that. One of those, please. On the rocks. Of course, and for you? I look to the third woman at the table. Just another house beer for me. I don't know why. And a smile from the handsome young man taking my order. I don't know why I'm doing like some weird like smoker voice. Understood. Sorry. Understood. I'll have those right out.
Huh?
Mayu, who happened to be giving out some drinks to the table next to me, perks up. I look over at Mayu and then back at the woman. She winks at me. What? I look at Mayu again. She just starts laughing at me. Then she throws me a thumbs up and heads back to the counter. I look back at these three women who are now all smiling and staring at me. I'll have those drinks out for you shortly. I smile awkwardly and hurry back to the counter. I can hear them giggling behind me. My face feels hot as I approach the counter. Then I hear a teasing voice.
I've got those 2 drinks ready for you. Handsome.
I know, I'm just so handsome. Mayu already has the 2 drinks ready on the counter. I look up. She has a cheeky smile on her face. I roll my eyes. Oh, shut up. After quickly grabbing the drinks from the counter, I head back to the table. I'm keeping that voice. I know she's a young woman, but we're gonna have her have a smoking voice. Thankfully, once I put the drinks on the table, the women don't say anything else that I'm unprepared for. Just lots of smiling and giggling. I hurry back to the counter. I see the boss, who also gives me a grin and thumbs up. These two. The Friday shift continues to get busier as the night goes on, with our busiest peak at around 9:30 p.m. Hello, gentlemen. What can I get for you? Whiskey sour for me. 2 house beers here. A shot of your recommended vodka. Vodka orange. Understood. We'll have those out for you shortly. I head back to the counter. Got another round for you. I tear off my notepad page and hand it to Mayu.
On it. You holding up okay?
Yep, powering through. Mayu smiles.
Rush hour's almost over.
Woohoo. I laugh. Finally. I then head to the next table to take orders. Fridays always keep me busy and I'm active the whole time I'm working, but it's nothing I'm not used to at this point. And after a long shift, 11 finally rolls around. On Fridays and Saturdays, the bar closes an hour later. The boss bids farewell to the rest of the customers as they make their way out of the store. He turns to Mayu and me. Good work today, you two. Let's keep up the momentum. Oh my god, let's keep up the momentum and push through tomorrow's shift as well. Of course, sir.
Like always.
Simone, you're free to head home. And Mayu, I think we'll finally break the Friday record today. Mayu, who's already holding the bar's new floor steamer, picks up a stopwatch. She has a cheeky smile on her face. Okay, I thought they were gonna do like a drinking contest or something. They're just like cleaning up.
Maybe if you pull your weight this time.
The boss grins back. Whatever happened to respecting your superiors? I laugh. These two never change. After I've changed and gotten my things together, I wave to the boss and Mayu as I head out of the bar. Once I'm outside, I pull out my phone. There's a text from Chi.
Dinner's ready. I'm keeping it warm in the oven. I think you're gonna like it.
Chi if she was hoarse and tired. I chuckled to myself. Chi's so funny. Of course I'm gonna like her cooking. I feel bad for making her wait so long. I text her back. I'm on my way back, finally. I should be home around 11:30. Not wanting to be out any longer than I need to, I start hurrying home. After about 5 minutes of walking, I feel my phone buzz. It's another message from Chi. Hurry up, I'm hungry. I may have eaten a little snack. I smile at my phone screen. I'll be home soon. Time to get going, and I jog the rest of the way home. I hurry up to the front door, insert the key, and head inside. What's the food? I don't remember, to be honest. I see Chi waiting for me at the table. Her face lights up when she sees me, and she throws her arms into the air.
Yay! You're finally back!
Yeah, I'm back, and I'm hungry. Chi grins.
You're telling me! Hurry up and go get changed so we can eat already!
For real, you came back late. She's been waiting this long. On it. I run upstairs to my room. I hurriedly throw my bag and uniform onto the bed as I put on some sweatpants and a t-shirt. Then I dash back out of my room and down the stairs. I run over to the table and sit down just as Chi is bringing out the tray of food. She beams at me.
Drum roll, please.
Okay. She sets down the tray in the middle of the table.
Ta-da!
What fills my vision almost brings tears of happiness to my eyes. Roast steak plus stir-fried noodles and veggies. Yes, I love this one. Chi smiles.
I knew you'd like it!
We both clap our hands together.
Let's eat!
Whenever we eat steak and stir-fry together, we always just put everything onto a single hot tray and split it all onto our plates as we eat it. I can feel my mouth watering as I bring the first bite of steak to my mouth. Man, I want steak. I bite down. This time my vision actually does go a little blurry.
How is it?
Dramatic much. I respond, my mouth still full of hot steak. You couldn't possibly understand how pleased I am right now. She starts laughing.
Well, I do my best.
Your best is the best. She smirks.
Oh, really? Well, maybe I should start charging money for it, if it's that good.
You really could if you wanted to. I bet people would pay. Wait, that doesn't include me, does it? Chi bursts out laughing. I can't help but laugh too. We continue our loud back and forth for another hour or so. I look at the clock. Wow, it's almost 1 a.m. already.
That's because someone was out practicing judo for hours and hours today.
Oh. I laugh awkwardly. The line was a little different. Sorry about that. You know how it is with the competition coming up and whatnot.
I know. But?
But? What? Her face suddenly becomes more serious.
We have an early day tomorrow.
We're gonna watch the idol show. We do?
Yes, we do! A very important early day, as a matter of fact.
I actually loved idol shows growing up. Like, not idols, actually the magical princess ones. Oh my god. Especially Glitter Force. My mind blanks. She just stares at me expectantly. So, why do we...
Tomorrow's a new episode of KKIA!
I stare at her, still unsure of what she's talking about. That's a very wordy abbreviation. Honestly, not very easy.
Remember our deal?
She smirks.
Our food-related deal?
Then it clicks. Oh, of course I remember. I wake up to watch your idol show with you, and you make an amazing breakfast for me, right? Chi gives me a big smile and puts her arms in a circle over her head. Huh.
Ding, ding, ding! Correct!
Just name the time and I'll be awake. She suddenly points at me.
In that case, I'll need you up bright and early at 9:30 a.m. The new episode comes on at 10.
I salute her back. Aye, aye. Let's hurry up and clean up so we can go sleep. Chi runs over to the sink and picks a sponge.
All set.
I scrape the plates and hand them to Chi. Then she scrubs everything with a sponge and finally hands them back to me to dry and put away. We finish cleaning everything up in about 10 minutes and head upstairs. I flop down onto my bed. Fatigue immediately covers my body. Another week done. As I lay down waiting for sleep to take me, my mind begins to wander. Felicia enters my mind. It feels like I've been thinking about her a lot lately. Ooh. Anna's not gonna be happy. I still have no idea what's going on with that keychain. Or that weird phone call I eavesdropped on. Something was going on with her. Something that I didn't want to have anything to do with. I need to get this keychain back to her already. I still have no idea how I'm going to tell her how I got it, though. But before I can think about it more, the fatigue from the day finally takes over and I drift off to sleep. Saturday, August 29th. What is that? I can smell something amazing. It feels like it's pulling me towards the light. Stronger and stronger. I don't think we've seen his room in this... Have we? Oh my god, we probably have. Oh my god, we don't talk about it. I feel like it was brighter though. I'm not sure. Suddenly my eyes open. Was it just a dream? No, I can still smell it. Wait. I quickly sit up. Today's breakfast day! Why is she laughing by herself? I hear laughter come from downstairs. Guess I said that a little too loud. Okay, that's the answer to my question. I glanced at my alarm clock. It reads 9:23. Normally I'd still be feeling groggy on Saturday at this time, but today I'm being energized by the smell of the food Chee's making downstairs. And since today's Saturday, I don't even need to get changed. I just roll out of bed, brush my teeth, and head down to the kitchen. Morning, Chi.
Good morning, Simone. Ready for Idol Day?
You bet I am.
Breakfast is almost done. Just wait until you see what I made.
I can't wait. I sit down at the table, my anticipation at an all-time high. After about 2 minutes, Chi brings the plates over.
All right, here it is.
I can barely contain myself when I see what's on those plates. One plate has a big stack of fluffy souffle pancakes, and the other has a pile of scrambled eggs, sausage, bacon, and hash browns. She sets the plates down on the table and looks at me with a proud expression.
So what do you think?
I look back at her seriously. Chi, can you do me a favor? I need you to pinch my arm. I think I might have ascended to heaven just now. Chi giggles.
All right, how's that?
It hurts, but I keep my face the same and don't react.
Simone?
Yeah, I think I must be in heaven already. Chi suddenly bursts out laughing. A playful grin appears on her face.
All right, well, how's this?
She pinches my arm harder. Okay, stop. She starts laughing harder.
Looks like I just pulled you back down to earth.
Once I start laughing along with her, it only escalates from there. After about a minute, we're just howling with laughter. It's moments like these I realize how lucky I am. When we finally start to calm down, Chi looks at me.
We need to start eating already. The food's gonna get cold.
Oh, right. We both quickly adjust our chairs and prepare to eat. But then I notice something. With an overly serious expression, I look to Chi. Chi, we have a problem. She looks at me and catches on immediately, giving me a completely serious face back.
What is it, Simone?
These eggs. There's no pepper on them! Chi gasps. She responds with a dramatic voice.
What? No pepper? We can't have that.
You're right, which means... I pound my fist on the table. Ah! Chi!
Yes, what is it?
We need pepper. Stat! She salutes.
Aye, aye.
She quickly gets up from her chair and runs over to the cabinets.
Simone! The pepper's not in its usual spot.
What? I stand up dramatically. Well, then where is it?
Simone!
Yes? What?
It's on the table already.
The tone change. I recorded those lines and I didn't expect... We both slowly look to where the pepper is. In plain sight. Right on the table. We both burst out laughing again. A typical Saturday morning. After that, we finally start eating breakfast for real. It's, of course, perfect. This is so good. I say with food still in my mouth. She puts her hands on her hips.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I finish chewing. When does the new episode come on again? She glances at the clock.
In about 15 minutes, so we need to hurry up and finish.
She looks at me excitedly.
I want you to be locked in so you can experience all of Kimochii's greatness.
Locked in. I chuckle. Can't wait. At this point, I honestly was a little curious about what made this show so amazing to Chi. She points at the TV remote sitting on the couch arm.
Could you go ahead and turn the TV on?
Sure thing. I finish my last bite of eggs and sausage and walk over to the couch. Which channel is it on?
Just flip through the stations until you see INC.
What's INC?
It's Idol Network channel.
Oh, okay. Why is there a whole station dedicated to idols? I grab the remote and start clicking through the channels. As soon as I reach the right one, I don't even have to look at the name to know I'm in the right place. My eyes are immediately filled with upbeat music, bright colors, and happy-looking characters all over the screen.
There it is!
I figured. I look back at Chi. How much time do we have? She looks at the clock again.
About 10 minutes.
Alright, let's hurry up and clean everything up.
Okay.
We quickly bring all the dishes over to the sink, scrub them with soap, and put them on the drying rack. As we're finishing up, we hear the voice of an announcer come on the TV. And now, presenting this week's episode of Kimochii's Idol Adventure. She looks over to the TV, panic in her eyes.
The couch! Go to the couch!
I hurriedly put the last plate onto the drying rack. Okay, let's go. Both of us hurry over to the couch. We sit down right as the intro is getting ready to start. She's just sitting on the floor? Oh, okay. Chi and I settle into our usual spot, sitting on the floor in front of the couch. Sometimes we'll sit on the couch like normal people, but we've gotten used to sitting here whenever we watch a movie together or something. She suddenly grabs my arm.
Woohoo! It's time!
She has stars in her eyes. Aw, she's so cute. Chi looks over at me.
Here we go!
I can't help but smile seeing her this excited about something. Yeah, I can't wait to see what the show is all about. She starts bobbing up and down where she's sitting. I look back at the TV to see the title sequence starting. How long has this show been going on again?
I think it's like 4 years now? This is season 9 right now. And this opening song is the show's 5th original OP. They change the opening song every 2 seasons.
Wow, that's cool. Which one do you like the best?
Which OP?
Yeah. She furrows her brow. She's taking the question super seriously.
I think the first one will always hold a special place in my heart. But this season's is definitely the catchiest. I listen to it all the time while I'm doing homework.
You listen to this while doing school stuff? It's so energetic and upbeat. How can you possibly focus? She gives me a cheeky smile.
Yes, I'm just smart enough for it.
I smirk back. Oh, is that how it is?
You bet that's how it is. I could... Ah!
She suddenly cries out. What? She frantically points at the TV.
The episode is starting! Look at the screen!
I look at the TV screen to see a recap of the last episode.
Last episode was really big!
Chi suddenly launches into an explanation.
Kira and her friends finally found the legendary purple song shard, a relic that they weren't even sure existed. This was something talked about as early as the 2nd season, so them finding it was a huge surprise.
Ah, okay, so is it something that...
But when they found the song shard, they were given a riddle. And after hearing it, they quickly deduced that if they answered the riddle correctly, they would be able to obtain the shard and use its power for good.
Wait, how did a shard give him a...
And before the girls could come up with an answer, the shard suddenly changed color and started shooting out negative dissonance energy, which means the song shard was actually corrupted.
Oh, okay, does that mean that Kira...
Then the dissonance energy zapped all of Kira's friends to somewhere else.
Chi, I'm really not following what you're... Chi whips her head toward me.
So now she has to save them by herself.
She's panting now, out of breath. Those lines were hard to record. I was out of breath. No, those were... I'm just kidding. I'm not sure if those were real pants or not, but I know I was out of breath. But there's still a big, excited smile on her face.
So, are you caught up?
I decide that it would probably be better for me to watch the show instead of asking questions. Yeah, I think so. She beams.
Great. Let's watch.
We both turn our heads back to the TV just as all of the introductory and recap segments are finishing up. I see a young, worried-looking girl staring at a floating crystal with negative energy coming out of it.
So after her friends got zapped away last episode, she was left all alone in the cave to deal with the corrupted song shard.
I see.
The level of Kira's magic is higher when she has her friends with her. But now that she's all alone, I don't know what she's gonna do.
She can use magic? Chi chuckles.
Obviously. She can harness the power of music to create magical energy.
Of course. How obvious. As we keep watching, I see the character on screen, Kira, desperately fighting back against a barrage of attacks from the corrupted shard. It looks like she's holding a magic wand of some sort. Hey, what's that magic wand she's holding? Chi stares at the TV, engrossed, and responds without looking away.
That's her song staff. Using the power of song, she... Look out!
What? Chi suddenly cries out, startling me. On the screen, Kira narrowly dodges a burst of negative energy.
She could power up the staff and use its powers to fight off evil.
And right back into the explanation. Okay, so how exactly does she power up the staff? By singing? A big grin forms on her face.
Yes! No!
Nope. She startled me again. Kira barely dodges another attack. Chi lets out a sigh of relief.
No. Sorry, yes.
Which one is it?
Yes. She powers up her staff by singing. And then she uses it to... No! Kira!
She suddenly grabs my arm. What? She frantically points at the screen. I look to see Kira finally being hit by one of the bolts of negative energy. She flies back into a wall and falls to the ground, struggling to get up.
No.
She looks legitimately worried. I can feel her hand squeezing my arm tighter. The camera cuts back to the song shard. The negative energy surrounding it starts to reform itself into the shape of a bipedal creature. She suddenly gasps.
Ah! I knew it!
What? What did you know? She frantically launches into an explanation.
The song shard already appeared discolored when Kira and her friends found it, so I knew something was up. And then on top of that, the negative energy that came out of the song shard immediately targeted Kira and her friends.
So what does that mean? I don't think this scene has too many crazy reaction things for my face, so I'm just gonna go through this one without my camera. On the screen, I see 2 eyes appear on the now formed creature.
It's a strident walker!
She says it with such certainty and excitement that I almost feel like I understand what she means just from her tone of voice. And then I remember that I have no idea what she's talking about at all. She puts her hands back down between her legs and starts bobbing up and down again.
Come on, Kira! Hurry and get up!
She glances over me.
Simone, come on! You have to call out to Kira too!
What? Call out to her? Wait, what? But she's just a...
Simone!
Chi's energy convinces me. Okay, I'll help. I ready myself, trying not to think about how embarrassing this is. Come on, Kira, let's go. I sheepishly call out to the 2D character on the television screen. Chi gives me an annoyed look.
No, not like that! You have to say it louder!
Her enthusiasm is palpable. I take a deep breath. Okay, let's go, Kira! Hurry up and beat back that monster! I look back to Chi expectantly. She looks at me and starts laughing. What? Why are you laughing at me? You were the one who told me to do that. I feel like I was just tricked. Chi keeps laughing.
Well, it's just funny when you only commit to it 50%.
Oh, of course. She wasn't laughing at the fact that I was talking to a TV character. It was at the fact that I was at all reserved when doing so. How quaint.
I'll show you how it's done.
I look at Chi curiously, who takes a deep breath.
Let's go, Kara! You have to get up! Your friends are counting on you!
The sudden increase in volume catches me off guard. Chi is essentially just screaming at this point. She then immediately starts smiling normally again.
See what I mean?
There isn't a single hint of sarcasm in her voice. The absurdity of it all hits me and I start laughing. She looks at me confused.
What are you laughing about?
Sorry, it's nothing. I'm just having a good time. She gives me a bright smile.
Me too!
She's so cute. We keep watching. Kira is now being approached by Strident Walker. She's struggling to find the strength to stand. Can't she just sing at him? Why isn't she powering up her staff? Chi looks worried.
Kira knows that she can't afford to waste too much power right now. And I think she's worried that she doesn't have a song powerful enough to stop a monster this strong.
She grabs my arm again, albeit this time more lightly. So what's she gonna do? I find myself surprised by how invested I'm becoming in this episode.
If only she had a song strong enough to... Oh!
Chi's eyes suddenly widen as if she's realized something. What is it?
There is a song that's strong enough to beat it! One that she hasn't sung yet!
There is? Just then, Kira, in her weakened state, starts softly singing a familiar tune. Wait, where do I know this song from? I keep listening. She has a confident smile on her face, and then I hear it. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to sing it. Adventure, adventure. I'm guessing that's what it sounds like. I don't actually know. Kira is still injured, so it sounds weak, but I know that melody anywhere. She and I both cry out at the same time.
The OP song!
Kira begins glowing, and a big ball of light forms around her. She looks ecstatic.
It's happening!
What's happening?
Kira is getting promoted!
I'm confused by the wording of that. Getting promoted? By who? Like her boss? She laughs.
No, silly. It's just what leveling up in this show is called. She's gaining more power.
I look back at the screen. Kira begins to float up into the air. The monster looks noticeably distraught and begins backing away slowly. I can hear the instrument swell as the OP begins to play at full force.
Go, Kira!
I find myself swept up by the excitement as well. Woo! Go, Kira! Oh my god, I would scream more right now, but it's late and my throat does not feel the best. Kira begins shooting magic at the monster over and over again, bringing it to its knees. You won't stop me or my friends. Idle Adventure Charm level 5.
Woo!
She is cheering now.
Level 5! Level 5! Go!
She's completely enraptured by the show now. To be fair though, so am I. Idle Flash!
Idle Flash! She really used Idle Flash!
Based on Chi's reaction, I'm assuming this is a big deal. She suddenly grabs my arm again and starts shaking me.
Simone! She used Idle Flash! She used Idle Flash!
Whoa! Stop shaking me! What does Idle Flash mean?
It's an idle charm that Kira has been practicing all season, but she wasn't able to get the hang of it. This is the best!
On the screen, the monster cries out as it's surrounded by a bright light. Once the light clears, the purple song shard is silently sitting on the ground, noticeably more purple than it was before. What's more, all of Kira's friends are there too now, looking a little dazed and confused. Chi lets out a sigh of relief.
Phew. Thank goodness they're okay.
Based on her expression, you'd think Chi was talking about her real-life friends. Following that, all of the girls hug and cry and celebrate that they found the purple song shard, vowing to continue their adventure into another day. The credits then begin to roll. Chi looks at me expectantly.
So, what did you think?
I smile. Not half bad. I'm honestly surprised how much I liked it. Maybe I'll even watch the next episode with you. She gasps and her eyes light up.
Really?
Yeah, sure, why not? This was fun.
Yay!
So, when does the next episode come out? Next week? She gives me a slightly disappointed look.
That was actually the finale of season 9.
What? That was the finale? I guess it did kind of feel like a big finale-esque moment.
Yeah, so we gotta wait for season 10 to be released.
No! This is why I always wait for animes to be fully released, or like mostly released. Does it have a release date?
Yeah, it's supposed to come out in late November.
Alright, that's not too far away. Let's watch the first episode of season 10 together when it comes out. Chi grabs my arm and gives a warm smile.
That sounds perfect.
After the episode ends, Chi and I talk a little more before heading upstairs to our room. She mentioned that there's something she wanted to work on today and that she was feeling particularly inspired. I walk into my room and flop down on my bed. I look at my alarm clock to see 11:15 staring back at me. Still plenty of time before my shift starts. What else should I... I feel my phone vibrate in my pocket. I reach to pull it out. It's a message from Anna. Can't wait for this party. I chuckle. I try imagining Anna was wearing a nice dress and acting sophisticated at a high-class party. Yeah, I still can't do it. Definitely not her style. I text her back. What, you mean you're not ecstatic about mingling with some more suits? No. It's not too often that she has to go to corporate events like this, but they do come up every few months and her dad makes her attend. Ever since his big promotion to company CEO. Dang. At this point, she's used to them, but I remember last year she would go on and on about how annoying they were. Also, it didn't help that they were always far away. She had to take a 2-hour car ride to get to this one. So, what's the deal this time? Another company getaway? Honestly, I just wish it was only that. Apparently, the party is really more of a networking event. My dad didn't tell me much, but from the sound of it, this is a meeting to discuss a business partnership with some other company. Now that's interesting. Any idea on what company? Also, what does he need you to be there for if that's the case? The head of the potential partner company has a daughter that my dad wants to introduce me to. You're really getting pulled around, huh? You can say that again. This whole thing sounds like such a pain. I could care less about meeting some rich company girl. I just want to lay on my bed and watch TV. Yeah, that sounds more like you. Oh, so you're saying I'm lazy? I smirk. If the bag of potato chips fit. If the bag of potato chips fits. You ass! I start laughing, and I know she's doing the same. I respond again. Speaking of TV, you'll never guess what Chi made me watch today. No way. Guess she already knows. Kimochii's Idol Adventure. Seriously? You actually agree to watch that? I'm shocked. Wait, what? She bribed you, didn't she? Damn, she's good. How does she always know? I don't know what you're talking about. You can't fool me. What'd she give you? I decide to concede, knowing she'll probably guess it soon anyway. It's pretty obvious. She, promised to make whatever I wanted for breakfast. I knew it! Ugh, and I bet it tasted so good too. You can say that again. I should have been there too! I actually like that show. Now that's surprising. Actually, no, it's not. Oh, really? So I assume you caught the finale of season 9? No. I haven't had time because of this dumb party. You better not spoil anything. I'm gonna watch it as soon as I get home. Maybe we can all start watching it together once season 10 comes out. Why? So you can get more breakfast? Oh, yeah, kind of. But I actually enjoy the show, so I wouldn't mind watching more of it. What? You mean you had it in you to enjoy idol shows all this time and you never told me? She's getting worked up for some reason. I didn't know until today. Alright, that's it. I've decided. You realize that you've now finally given me another person besides Chiko to talk about idols with, right? Yes. Oh boy, you better get ready for the biggest lore dump of the century when I get back. Here we go. I'm not joking at all right now. You seriously better be ready, because there's a lot you need to get caught up on before season 10 drops. I feel like maybe I've made a great mistake. You'll try to take it easy on me first, right? You do this to yourself. You open the box. And I think I'll get Chiko to help me. What have I done? I start typing up another response, but Anna interrupts it with another message. Hey, sorry, gotta bounce. Fancy event stuff approaches. I quickly delete what I was typing before. Alright, good luck. And have fun. After that, I put my phone down. My alarm clock reads 12:23 p.m. Wow, we were talking for an hour? Time flies, I guess. It's still a little early, but I wonder if Chiko wants to go anywhere for lunch? She's probably busy on something, so I'll just shoot her a text. Hey, you want to go anywhere for lunch? In the zone right now. I'll probably eat later in the afternoon, is that alright? Of course, I'll find something. Guess she's pretty focused. I'll just throw together some sandwiches. I head downstairs to the kitchen. I may not be great at cooking or baking, or just making food in general, but I can at least manage a sandwich. I open up one of the cabinets. Let's see, what does a sandwich need? First is bread, of course. I pull out a plate and 2 slices of bread and put them on the counter. Okay, what's next? Ooh, meat, obviously. Wonder what we got in here. I open up the fridge. Oh, a new pack of ham. Lucky me. I pull out the ham. A few slices of this sounds pretty good. Let's go with 3 slices. I place the slices onto the bread. What's next? Oh yeah, gotta add some cheese. Now, where is it? I pull out a pack of sliced cheese, and then walk back and add 2 slices of the sandwich. This is looking pretty good so far. I think I'll go for some vegetables next. I open the fridge for a 3rd time. Lettuce, onions, tomato, and my eyes fall on a bottle of mayonnaise. Mayo. I grab everything and move over to the counter. Gotta cut the vegetables first. I pull out a knife and cutting board out of the drawer. Just a couple of slices of each should be fine. I begin chopping the vegetables. Let's see, 2 tomato slices, 3 onion slices, and I can just pull a couple leaves off the lettuce head. Finished. I put the vegetables on my sandwich and spread some mayo on the empty slice. Once everything is back in the fridge, I come back over to the counter to enjoy my creation. That was easy. I may not be great at cooking or baking, or just making food in general, but I can at least manage a... This looks horrible. I can't let anyone see this. How did this happen? All I did was put the ingredients onto the bread. I solemnly carry the plate with my mangled sandwich over the table and silently eat lunch. How do you mess up a sandwich? Like, genuinely, I wonder what that looks like. I'm relaxing on the couch watching some TV when I hear humming coming from down the stairs. She notices me.
Oh, hey Simone! Taking some me time?
I laugh. Yeah, pretty much. What have you been up to? Chi glances off to the left for some reason.
Oh, just a project of mine.
Suspicious. I stare at her.
What?
Suspicious. I say it out loud this time.
It's nothing weird, I swear!
Her face starts turning red. She's terrible at hiding things. Oh, you sure? I could have sworn I heard some faint singing from your room earlier.
Simone!
Her face is really red now. I chuckle. Time to stop teasing her. I think I already have an idea as to what she's been doing anyway. Sorry, I won't press. Taking a break? She lets out an audible sigh and recomposes herself.
Yeah, I wanted to take a lunch break.
Lunch break? I look at the clock. But it's 4 p.m.
Huh?
She looks surprised for some reason.
It's that late already?
She laughs awkwardly.
Guess I got a little too carried away.
I thought he had work, did he not? She walks over and opens up the fridge.
You want anything? I think I'm gonna make a sandwich.
I already ate, but I could use something else before Oh, wait, no, it's 5 p.m. shift, yeah. Plus, I would never turn down an offer of food from Chi. Sure, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
I'm also curious to see how Chi makes a sandwich, so I watch her from the couch as she starts putting everything together. It sounds like Chi has an Idol song stuck in her head. So it was that one. Then what was...
What do you want on yours?
Ham, cheese, lettuce, onion, tomato, and mayo, please. She stares at me. What?
What's with that immediate response?
She laughs at me. I watch as she begins constructing the sandwich. Let's see, plate and bread first. Ham, cheese, onion, tomato, lettuce, mayo on the empty bread slice, and done. Why does it look so much better than mine? I did all of the same things. There's even a faint yellow glow surrounding it. She notices me staring.
What's with that frustrated look?
Ugh, nothing.
Well, here's your sandwich.
I smile. Thanks, Chi. I take a bite. Perfection. Which, of course, makes it 1,000,000 times better than mine.
Is it alright?
In a slightly frustrated tone, I respond. Amazing as usual.
Is that a hint of frustration I hear in your voice?
I don't know what you're talking about. As I take the last bite of my sandwich, I glance at the clock. 5 p.m. Yikes, I gotta hurry.
Oh yeah, you've got club practice tonight, right?
Yep, today's gonna run late, so I should be back around 11:15 or so.
You sure do practice a lot. It's really inspiring.
Her expression turns to one of determination.
And that means I've got to keep up.
I can't help but smile. I love seeing Chi get fired up. I do feel a little bad since I'm technically lying to her, but I've got my reasons and I don't plan to go back on them now. I throw Chi a thumbs up. Let's both do our best. Once I've gotten my things together, I start walking towards the bar. It takes about 10 minutes to get there by walking, so I'm able to take my time. As I'm walking, my thoughts turn to Anna. I think she said the party starts around 6 p.m., so she should be getting ready right now. I can only imagine all the venting she'll want to do when I see her next. I chuckle. Maybe we can get Chi and have a group session where we all hang out, listen to Anna vent, and eat snacks or something. It sure has been getting dark early these days. I can see and hear lots of activity coming from inside. Seems like the usual busy Saturday. I head inside.
Yo, Simone!
Mayu enthusiastically greets me from a little ways away. Hey, Mayu. I also nod to the boss as he notices me as well. I make my way back to the... Oh my god, see, I always do this. I make my way to the back room to get changed and clock in. It's because my eyes scan the thing faster than I read. It only takes me about 2 minutes to get ready. I put my phone in the back locker and clock in. Simone, just the man I wanted to see. I'm not going to do the deep voice anymore. I don't know why it's starting to hurt. Okay. Probably just because I've been busy today. The boss greets me this time. Hello, sir. What should I get started with? Orders as usual, please. Start with that table over there. He points to a table full of rowdy-looking college students. They already look drunk. On it. The shift itself is busy like I expected, but compared to Friday nights, Saturday is typically easier overall. Another round of house beers for table 2.
Got it.
There's always the rowdier customers.
Simone, could you take these drinks to table 5?
Sure thing. But I've come to learn that sort of thing is pretty par for the course when working at a bar. Simone, mind bringing these 2 orders to the counter for Mayu? Of course, sir. I hurry over to the counter. 1 lemon sour and 2 cosmopolitans for table 10, and a round of 4 blended margaritas for table 7.
Coming right up.
In fact, even though I stay until closing on Saturdays, the customer number begins to come down from its peak as early as 9. Tonight, things were pretty average. Around 9:30, the bar starts to thin out considerably. As I'm waiting for Mayu to finish making another round of drinks, she looks at me.
Whew. I guess we're past the peak for tonight.
Seems like it.
Holding up okay?
All good. But I'm not the one having to make all the drinks. Mayu smiles.
That might not be the case for much longer.
Huh? What do you mean?
The boss mentioned yesterday that he wants to start officially training you to make drinks soon.
Really? I'm honored.
I'll help too, of course.
Wow, to think the boss trusts me enough to let me try making drinks? I don't want to let him down. Mayu puts the now ready 7 drinks on the counter.
These 3 for table 5, and these 4 for table 7.
Got it. The clock finally hits 10:30, and Mayu and I start wiping tables and cleaning up. The boss takes the remaining customers' final drink orders and makes them himself. As we're wiping the back row, Mayu glances at me.
Hey, so did you ever manage to get that keychain back to the girl who lost it?
Up until this point, it hadn't really been on my mind today. Not yet. She wasn't at school on Friday, so I haven't seen her.
Ah, too bad.
I wanted to get it over with. Mayu moves to the next table.
Oh? And why is that?
She smirks.
Nervous about what your play will be?
My play? Sorry, the vocal fry. I'm tired. I have no idea what she's talking about.
Yeah, your play. No way you'd get into a fight over something that belongs to some girl you aren't interested in.
What? She's got a cheeky smile on her face now. Oh, wait, I'm not interested in her. I don't even know her. Mayu gives me a sarcastic expression.
Oh, of course. You mentioned that, didn't you? Well, I guess that makes things a little more difficult.
Oh, sorry. It makes what more difficult?
Don't worry. Even if there isn't much of a chance, I've got a couple strategies for you to try.
There is a big misunderstanding happening right now. I'm now only sporadically wiping the table in front of me. I don't need any strategies. I was only doing it because I wanted to help.
Of course. And now you want to use the chance to get to know her better, right?
There is a serious miscommunication going on right now. What's got you two in a commotion over here? The boss walks up to us. Hello, sir. I thought you were still passing out. Oh. I look around and don't see anyone else in the bar. Is everyone gone already? The boss smiles and gives us a thumbs up. Yep, all cleared out for today. Good work, you two. Whew, I changed the subject. So, Simone, from the sound of it, you need some help. What's the predicament? Not him too. Wait, sir, I promise I'm fine. It's really nothing that I...
He's a little nervous to admit it, but it's about the girl whose keychain we helped to retrieve the other day.
The boss? The boss nods with an understanding expression. Ah, I see. I understand what's happening here. You really don't, actually. He puts his hand on my shoulder. Listen, Simone. Sometimes there'll be obstacles in front of you that may seem insurmountable, but as long as you don't give up, you can get there. What? Mayu suddenly puts her hand on my other shoulder.
So, tell us more about this girl.
Wait, shouldn't we be... I glance at the boss, who nods in response to what Mayu said. Ugh, how did this happen? She's just one of my classmates. I've only talked to her about 1 or 2 times at most. I see. This is going to be harder than I thought. Mayu crosses her arms.
Yeah, seems like it.
You guys aren't even listening anymore.
But I think I have just the trick. A love letter.
Of course, what a unique idea, Mayu. She couldn't have said anything more generic. Why would I love letter work? I suddenly find myself giving in and playing along.
Trust me, Simone, girls love this stuff.
But you've got to be careful about it. The boss steps over. Mayu nods. If it's too sappy, it'll come off as unoriginal, but if it's too forward, it'll come off as creepy. Sir, where in the world is all of this coming from?
Don't worry, we can help you write one.
Before I know it, the boss and Mayu have already pulled up some chairs to one of the tables and have a pen and paper ready. Mayu grabs my shoulders and sits me down in one of my chairs. What? Then she sits down next to me.
First, what's her name? You said her initials were F.A., right?
I let out a sigh. There's no stopping these two. Whatever. Doesn't seem like there's anything I can do right now to change their minds anyway. Felicia Arison.
Great. Then let's open with that.
It's a little hard to tell, but I think Mayu sounds slightly more excited all of a sudden. Felicia Arison? Where have I heard that name before? Mayu, holding my hand, which is holding the pen, writes the words, Dear Felicia, in a fancy font.
Next, why don't you talk about how you got a hold of the keychain?
Okay, I guess. I have no idea what's going on. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the boss typing something onto his phone. While Mayu is in the middle of making me write something, I hear the boss let out a surprised noise. Oh.
What is it?
The boss turns his phone screen toward Mayu. On the screen is a big picture of Felicia, captioned, Felicia Arison, young heiress to the Arison... Oh, there's a typo. Arison Corporation.
Oh.
She lets out the same noise. Mayu's hand stops moving and she looks at me.
That wouldn't happen to be the girl you're after, would it?
Like I said, I'm not after anyone. But, yeah, that's the girl. The boss pats me on the shoulder. Well, the important thing is that you tried your best. Mayu slowly stands up with a sympathetic expression.
It's all right, Simone. You
I
can't
love how
win
they
them
didn't
all.
even try. They gave up already? I wasn't even taking them seriously, but somehow them giving up on me so soon makes me feel let down. Mayu's expression changes to one of more concentration.
But in all seriousness, getting that keychain back to someone like her smoothly is going to be difficult.
Especially considering you don't know her. They both immediately drop the wingman act at the same time.
You're worried that she'll mistake you for the one who took it, right?
Well, yeah, that was something that crossed my mind. Their sudden return to being normal catches me off guard. What are these two doing working at a bar? They should start a stand-up routine.
Then love letter it is.
Look! They're back at it again already? Consider this, Simone. If you're able to give it to her in the form of a letter, it'll seem much less suspicious up front, right? Well, yeah, that's true.
Then, in the letter, you can explain everything about how you got the keychain in writing. That way there's no miscommunication.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Even if it's a little awkward, it'll certainly be easier than having to try to explain it all in person. That's a pretty good idea, actually. With what you were saying about the love letter earlier, it's almost like you guys were already... Wait. Mayu smirks at me. I knew it. You guys were planning to say this from the start and were just screwing with me to... Oh, look at the time. The boss loudly checks the clock on the wall. 11! Simone, you're free to go. Good work today. What? Don't worry, Mayu and I will finish up cleaning here. He flashes me a big smile. Good grief, I can't catch a break with these two. Mayu grins and waves at me. I let out a sigh. But then I start laughing to myself. At least I know things will never get boring here. Whatever, see you on Wednesday. I wave and head to the back room. In about 3 minutes, I've changed and clocked out. I wave goodbye to Mayu and the boss one more time before heading out to the door. Phew. I guess the real hectic part of the shift came after all the customers were gone. Whatever, time to head home. Eager to get back and go to sleep, I begin to hurry down the road. At least the nights these days seem to have gotten cooler, but the humidity still isn't great. I can still feel myself starting to sweat. Ooh, I should probably check my phone to see if Chi sent me anything. I forgot to look when I was getting it out of my locker. I pull out my phone. Huh? 6 missed calls and 23 missed messages. It's all from Anna. Uh-oh. I feel my heart starting to beat slightly faster. Did something happen? I open the messaging app. Uh-oh. What I see doesn't do much to help ease my worries. You're not gonna believe who I'm being set up to meet. The potential partner company is Arison. My dad wants to introduce me to Felicia. Guess he didn't already know that she was in my class. I just got out of the setup meeting between me and Felicia. Things seemed normal at first, but then your name came up in conversation. Felicia randomly started asking me a lot of personal questions about you. She framed it as asking about us as friends, but something about the whole thing didn't feel right. I think I made a mistake. I thought it'd be harmless, so I brought up the fact that you had something you wanted to give to her. I told her it looked like a keychain. Uh-oh. Maybe from an onlooker's perspective, nothing seemed different, but I swear, Simone, after I said that, the atmosphere completely changed. She started asking more questions, but I started to feel really uneasy, so I told her I had something else to take care of and ended the meeting there. I don't even know why I'm feeling so shaken up, but if you can, give me a call. My heart is beating faster now. My mind flashes back to the strange phone call Felicia had on the roof. I notice that there's a big space between Anna's last message and the first missed call from her. Give me a call after your shift ends. Missed call from Anna. Sorry for calling you during work, but if you see this message, please answer. Why is it getting dark? Why is it getting darker? We need to talk. Missed call from Anna. Listen, I'll apologize for this as much as I need later, and I know I'm probably being paranoid, but I have a really bad feeling. I didn't see Felicia after our meeting, and when I asked someone, I'm scared. I'm scared. Is she gonna kidnap me? They said she had left the party to attend something right after our meeting ended. I know I'm freaking out. Oh my god, I know I'm probably sound crazy and I'm freaking you out for no reason, but be careful, okay? She's gonna kidnap me. She's gonna drug me. I know Anna often overthinks the things she does, but when it comes to other people, she's pretty perceptive. And that worries me. I should give her a call. Oh my god, I'm gonna get fucking drugged, huh? Oh, it's so dark. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I hit the call button and hold the phone up to my ear as I continue walking home. Suddenly, as the phone is ringing, I notice something in the distance. What is that?
Hello? Simone?
Oh my god! Oh, she's gonna kidnap me! Please don't, please don't, please don't. Anna sounds frantic. I try to stay calm in my response. Anna, is everything okay?
Simone, listen to me. Something isn't right.
I'm so scared. No. I'm still walking while keeping an eye on the thing in the distance. What do you mean?
I managed to find my dad, so I asked about Felicia. She isn't even on the property anymore.
What? Oh my god. No. The thing in the distance begins to move towards me. It looks like a figure.
I think she's coming home.
Oh my god, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Suddenly, the figure stops a few meters in front of me. I stop.
Simone? Simone, are you there?
My stomach just growled. I have a really bad feeling. But this is a mess I got myself into. And Anna isn't a part of it.
Simone? Answer, please.
Sorry, I've got to call you back.
What's going on?
Tell her. Please explain. Hurry. I can feel my phone vibrate again in my pocket, but I ignore it. It's Felicia. She just stares at me. I glance around. I can only see a single car in the distance. She must have been driven back here. Felicia? What are you doing out here? She keeps staring at me, unmoving. Just as I consider talking again, she opens her mouth.
You have something that belongs to me.
I have my bag with me, so Felicia's keychain is still inside. This isn't exactly how I envisioned returning it to her, but I have a feeling I shouldn't hesitate right now. I pull the keychain out and hold it out to her. Listen. I couldn't even read that. Listen, I came across some thugs who had gotten a hold of it, so She quickly grabs it from my hand.
Did you look?
Huh?
Did you look?
No, I'm so scared. I don't like this ambiance. Does this have something to do with that wheel compartment on the side of the keychain? Either way, saying yes here doesn't feel like a good idea. Look at what? Did you just see her face? Oh, this is worse than Okie dokie, this is creepier. Oh my god, I'm so scared. What the fuck? Oh, I really don't like that. She stares at me for a few more seconds. With the keychain in hand, she silently turns around and walks back towards the car. I'm frozen in place. Oh, she's so creepy. Once the car drives away, I stand still in the same place for several more minutes. I pull out my phone. 7 missed calls from Anna. I send her a text. Sorry about that. I'm alright. A little shaken up, though. Simone, what the hell is going on? She tries calling me, but I hit the decline button. I need a little time. I think I'm just gonna use tomorrow to decompress so we can talk about all this on Monday when you come over. What? Did something happen? Monday. Please. It takes her a few minutes to respond. Oh, I really don't like her face turned black. Like, it just flashed and, like, it was dark and she was smiling creepily. Oh my god, I hate this. I'm like, I have, like, shivers right now. I have the goosebumps. Oh my god. Okay. I'm just glad you're alright. I quickly put my phone into my pocket and hurry the rest of the way home. I need some sleep. Oh god, that's so creepy. Oh. The date? Is that relevant to Radish's videos? August 31st, 2015. I don't know much about... I watched a video on the lore, but I don't remember the dates. The entire morning is a blur. As expected, I wasn't really able to take my mind off things, and I ended up barely getting any sleep Saturday or Sunday. Thankfully, I don't have a shift tonight, but if I don't snap out of it, I'm going to have something much worse to deal with. 2 things, to be precise. If she sees me like this, she's definitely going to start worrying. And when she worries, she starts to pray. Oh no. My neck freaking hurts. I was lucky that she was already asleep when I got back on Saturday and out all Sunday. But she'll be back tonight. Normally, I wouldn't really mind, but this is something I don't want her getting anywhere near. Yeah, I wouldn't want my sister to get near some demon girl. What I'm more worried about, though, is Anna. She already knows something is going on, but even still, if she sees me the way I am now, I'm kind of worried she'll start freaking out. Knowing her, she's probably going to try put the blame on herself for everything happening. I mean, it's kind of her fault. I disagree. So I need to snap out of it. I take the long route to school today, the one that goes past Chi's school. That way there's no chance of running into Anna until I get to the school front. And I left late enough that I most likely won't run into Chi either. As I make my way past the front of Chi's school, I stay walking on the opposite side of the street. Once I'm past, I slap my cheeks a couple of times. And then there's the thing that's been bothering me all weekend. Felicia. Given that she's in my class, it's pretty hard to just avoid seeing her altogether, so I need to be ready in case she approaches me. I still don't know if she thinks I stole the keychain from her. I've thought of hundreds of ways I can explain to her how I got it, but I have no idea if she'll listen to what I have to say. If she were just some normal girl, the whole situation would be no problem. Yeah, she's a fucking demon. Freaking possessed. I don't even know. But she's not. The phone call on the roof, driving 2 hours to come find me, the fact that she's in Arison, it's all giving me a bad feeling. I finally arrive at the courtyard of my school. Game time. I slap my cheeks one more time, try to put on a normal expression, and head inside. As I brace myself and enter the classroom, I see something unexpected. A large group of my classmates are all crowding over the desk over on the left side of the room. Curious, I walk over. Everyone is crowding around the desk right in front of mine, but I can't see who or what it is that everyone's surrounding. Wow, you're actually so fun. You should come to karaoke with us sometime. I never knew you had this outgoing side to you. They all sound pretty excited. Is it Felicia? As I approach, I notice Anna, who's sitting silently at her desk and leaning her head on one hand. Momentarily putting aside the commotion, I walk up to Anna's desk. Hey. Anna looks up. As she sees me, she perks up.
Simone! Hey!
She looks worried.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm all good. Let's talk about everything some more when we meet up later.
Alright. But,
She glances over to the crowd next to us, the concern on her face obvious. Then I hear a voice.
Oh, did I hear someone say Simone?
Is that Felicia? Huh? The voice sounds kind of familiar. Some of the students in the crowd move away to reveal who's sitting at the desk.
Hi, Simone. Good morning.
I don't like this. This is really weird. Her eyes are like placed weird too. I don't know if that's like on purpose, but it looks like she has a freaking 6 head right now. Can't tell where her head ends. Oh my god. It almost looks like it could be all the way. Oh, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. What? Oh, it's the end of the demo. Oh! Hi, Akemi here. Thank you for playing my game. I've been working on this original story for a long time, so I really hope you had fun. The full release of Kimochii Classroom will be a free game for everyone to enjoy, with beautiful original art, music, and voice acting. But the full release can only happen if the game gets funded, so I've started a Kickstarter campaign. If you want to see this game come to fruition, or just want to help contribute, your support would mean the world to me. I've included lots of rewards for donating, like an art book with concept sketches and a full download of the game's soundtrack, so I hope you'll consider supporting me. You can check out the Kickstarter page here. I'm going to leave the link in the description. Please check it out. As you can see, they've worked so hard. It's just an amazing demo. Like, this is the most amazing demo I've ever seen. It's really, like, the story building is amazing, and it's such a long demo. Like, you never get that. It's crazy good, and I'm freaking scared. I'm gonna dream about Felicia in my dreams tonight, not tomorrow. I'm gonna have nightmares of her. See you again soon. Yeah, but guys, check out the game in the description. I'm linking it down below. Please check it out. They've been working so hard on this, and I can't wait to see what happens next. You guys are not ready. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what happens and to record my lines for the next part. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I'm sorry I got tired. I've been trying to record this video, but I've been so busy lately. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please check out Akemi's channel, and please check out the game. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!